My AC doesn't seem to be working properly, so we'll see. I just replaced the filter and come here today and hoping it works correctly. I'll go ahead and get introductions out of the way, starting with dash equals sign bandit equals sign dash.
That is my name. Yeah. Hello. It is I dash equals bandit equal dash. And my fun fact for today is that Bandit became pretty skeptical of religion after a devout priest to the everlast of nature destroyed his village.
Naruto?
In before it's
Bell. I don't think it was Bell, but I do believe it was the Archpriestess horror.
I think it was Naruto. Dante!
Naruto. Hello, I'm Ian. I play Dante. And Dante's fun fact this week is, Dante's not the smartest. He's not great at test taking, which includes the Ranger Scout test. He failed it 6 times in a row before they auto-passed him out of pity.
Out of pity! He got the pity pool, guys.
He did. He got the pity pole.
Damn.
He hit pity.
I did.
Wait a minute.
R.I.P.
I'm glad we have qualified people in our group.
Mm-hmm.
Yogrid.
My name is XX_Yolgrid_XX, and
Icon.
I'm Aiden. And my fun fact is that when choosing a primary weapon to master/learn, Yogrid was very against swords as they are primarily utilized for killing.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sounds like a Yogrid thing. Leo!
Hi! I'm Clark. I play Leo Gresh's Wonderful. Our wonderful, peaceful cleric. Fun fact about Leo is that if Leo hadn't become a cleric, he wasn't really the best masseuse to follow in his parents' footsteps. So he would have ended up taking a more supportive role in the lives of his sisters, becoming more of the numbers guy behind anything that they went ahead and did. Pretty much.
Alright,
Damn.
Medina.
Hey everyone, I'm Elena. I play Menadina, the badass bitch with the scythe. Fun fact about Menadina is that... God, I don't have one. My brain is like dying because of the heat in this room. I'm gonna figure it out. Give me a minute. I got one. Okay. She broke her big toe once.
Once.
Her sister slammed the door in it.
The door in the big toe?
Damn.
She slammed the door
the
into
door in the big toe.
In the
into
big toe.
In the big toe.
The way you phrase that, I mean, she shut the door into toes.
Pixar
Into
didn't
the toe,
happen.
man.
Into
Wait.
the dough.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh, okay, who wants to go ahead and do the recap of the session?
Nose goes.
I did it
Oh,
fairly
wait,
recently.
Alright, Leo, go ahead.
So,
Fairly short one.
yeah, it is fairly short, other than the fact that there's a couple people who nearly died.
Yeah,
There's
still
more
nearly
than
dead.
a couple of people that nearly died. A lot of people nearly died, among other things. So, to recap last session, the party has finally managed to kind of sort a lot of what is going on in the city of... I'm totally blanking on the city name... Vengir. In the city of Vengir, among the Ascendants, with now the Ascendant of Attrition leading due to some other circumstances that happened in the session prior. The party convinced the Ascendant of Attrition to allow us to go into the castle keep manor thing that was kind of told to us that there were some more interesting secrets back there, some ancient technologies. So the party immediately goes there and begins searching through the household. Leo immediately goes down and finds the dungeon where our friend's wife is being held, and I'm forgetting names, but I can name names. No, I can't name names because I'm not gonna
Fenrir, right?
remember. I
That's the wife's name, but
believe you're close. I don't think I have
Trinthia's
their
wife.
name. Trinthia's wife. Yes, I
Fenrir.
don't.
what was
It is Fenrir.
Shanthaya?
Fenrir.
Fenrir.
Yeah, Trinthia and then Fenrir.
I don't have that written down. Sadness. I thought I
Sorry,
did.
I have a
Okay,
This is a
northern
perfect
accent.
opportunity to write it down.
you're good. This is, but I also don't know how to spell it, so haha. Either way, we found her, have released her. Then Leo and Bandit had discovered, oh, there's an additional secret passageway down this hallway. Let's try to open it.
Yeah.
That surely can't go bad. Meanwhile, the rest of the party is searching the manor. Dante finds some very interesting books that he is sharing with a number of the party members.
I found
Yes. You found a book. Bandit eventually finds another interesting book. Among some other odds and ends that are up in the initial manor. Leo and Bandit unfortunately trigger a trap and eat a lot of arrows of the
kinda funny.
non-magical variety because Bandit thought only magical traps existed. We proceed to open the secret area. And he did indeed. The party opens and finds a very long tunnel towards the center of town, where presumably there is a large crystal, which we do find. This large crystal in this large laboratory that was clearly heavily operated in by those that use the code names. We still don't know entirely who these folks are, but we do now know that they are semi-responsible for at least work on the crystals. There was also an incident with a teleportation circle that may have sent Yulgrid and Bandit somewhere if they weren't careful. But they managed to not get teleported. And the party stayed together. Yay! Because who knows? Well, actually, there's a return, but who knows? Where that would go? No one wants to know.
I want to know.
Not right now. Your crystal spirit said, "Hey, don't fucking do that."
I still want to know.
Either way,
You can find
the
out,
party.
but you might need to roll a new character.
Yeah. The party continues on and down the stairs, and despite his genius recollection, Leo totally forgets that he's not supposed to enter the room that he tries to enter, and gets the shit kicked out of him. And then the rest of the party also gets a lot of shit kicked out of them, because we fight like a massive gorilla that can turn invisible, a shadow demon that likes to phase in and out of walls, and a succubus
gorilla.
that really didn't do a whole lot because, yeah, the party really
She
didn't
made
care.
out sloppy style with Yogrid, and then Yogrid said no after that, which was really funny.
Why'd you say it like that?
Joker really
Either
did
way-
that sloppy style with a succubus.
The party did eventually figure out that puzzle, and now we're kind of in the aftermath of that. And there's this really cool dagger. Or
Key.
yeah, I think it's a dagger.
It's a key.
It's a key? Okay. Good to know.
Dagger, key, same thing.
Dagger.
Key thing. Yeah. I thought it was like dagger. Maybe I'm
Good
just wrong.
recap. Good recap. Oh, that's the wrong
Yeah.
button.
And we ended the session with me looking at Bandit saying, the
Oh,
note
we
was
did.
right. It was hard to kill you.
That did happen.
And I'm trying to get the note back, but he won't give me the note.
He won't give you shit.
So let's
Hold
go ahead
on,
and
you
jump
didn't see
over
the
into
note.
the ancient lab board.
I read
Tailspire.
Yes, please, Tailspire. Oh, the combat music is still playing. How wonderful.
Uh-huh.
That is
Because we're in combat.
No, combat did end.
Which one? Which board?
I'll just summon.
Okay.
Ancient
did.
lab.
Don't worry, I'm already here.
Working on it.
Summon players to board. Yep, so that pretty much covers everything. The party, kind of picking up where we left off, has cleared out the space, preventing them from accessing the key. Now, they could have done so in a manner that didn't require combat, but they didn't, so combat it is. I need to fix my...
Oh yeah, my character was in very much pain.
Yeah.
So was
you,
mine.
You got bodied a little bit.
I don't know how much pain I'm in.
I'm good.
Oh, I got like half health almost.
I didn't get hit a single time.
Must be
Good
nice.
for you. So
I
proud of
wonder
you.
why you didn't get your shit kicked then.
I was helping.
He was. He actually did quite a bit of damage.
That's not what I was insinuating.
Here,
It could
so
have been
what's-
worse.
No, it's
what's
okay. You
up
can keep
with this
insinuating.
thing?
It's a key. It
It's
doesn't
just
look like
a
a
key?
conventional key. As you walk up, you can kind of get a good look at it. There's, it's kind of just a curved piece of metal. You can't really tell what kind of metal it is. It is foreign to you. But whatever it is, there are runes carved onto it.
I'm gonna walk up to Bandit and give him this
Bandit.
note.
Oh, you're giving me the note.
Yeah.
Oh my
alright.
goodness, he's
At
turning
this
a new
point-
leaf.
And at this point,
in a DM.
he's gonna send it to you in a
This is
DM. I won't
combat
read it out
music
loud
is
unless
still-
Panda wants to read it out loud.
Wild.
I'll decide if I want to read it out loud. Let me copy that, and then I'll read it over here.
This is why I asked you to lay down next to those skeletons earlier. As a test. Just to see.
Jared, can I try to make out what that says? Probably not,
Runes?
since I'm... It's probably too ancient for me to have any
You
idea.
can make an Arcana check. There's runes
Sure.
on the key. They are magical in nature.
4!
4. You can make out
They're
the
runes.
rune. You can make out the rune for You can make out the rune for E.
Are they like elven runes, or are they just runes that are really old?
They're runes that would be used to cast
That's
spells. They are like enchanting runes.
Can I take a look
Attempt
at
an
that?
Arcana check.
That might actually matter. My character sheet is still loading.
We shall await a loaded character sheet.
Bandit, how does that make you feel?
Faster.
That makes me upset.
Darude.
That makes me feel like I want to kill some
What do you
things.
Darude me for?
Some people.
I await Aiden's Arcana roll, or Yoga's
It's
Arcana
a 10 plus something. I don't know what my Arcana is. My character sheet is really slow loading.
Probably not.
Probably not is my thought too.
So what else?
I have a +4.
Did you send me a Discord message? Is that why you were?
Yeah, I sent you a Discord message.
star. Why is there a star here? Advantage on intelligence checks to recall information about Fae, Fiend, or Undead. Okay, yeah. So it's just it's
I
a
see.
14.
So I'm not gonna be able to do that.
14 is not enough. You get the idea that they are runes, I think he's on the phone. Alright, what is everybody else doing? Bandits read the note.
I have read the note.
You want to
Note
share?
makes me upset. The class, I don't know. The class is pretty large. I don't know if I want to share with the class. I
Okay.
don't
Can I
make it up
roll
for everyone.
insight to know if this is what I need to find Jared?
Yeah, make me an insight check.
Dante, because he's
Or if
close, can
this
probably
is-
make out my facial expressions and how it makes
Oh,
me
yeah.
feel, though.
Yeah.
13?
13? You're pretty sure this is what you're here to find.
Pretty sure.
All right. You guys want another Arcana check or something?
Get over here, bandit. You're better at this than we are.
Son of yes. I'll take a look at this.
Pretty please.
Hey, bandit.
For a Scooby snack?
Do you have Scooby snacks?
No, I don't know what a Scooby snack
You
is.
have
I mean, he's
Scooby
gonna help
snack?
either way, but hey, if you had a Scooby snack. All right, let's hope I get above a 10. I didn't get above a 10. That's a bad roll. That's a not gonna do it roll.
Are you gonna?
I didn't get it over a
flash?
10 overall.
Oh,
What?
flash doesn't even help you.
No. No, I rolled a 2 plus 7.
Wow.
Look,
Guidance
Hey,
makes
we're
it
getting the
hard.
rolls
Bandit,
out early. We're
Alright,
getting the
alright,
rolls out early.
Bandit, you
I'll
walk up.
try.
2 plus 7 is a 9. Bandit walks up and he goes, alright. Looks like a key.
my turn.
All right, stepping out of the way. I'm gonna go investigate or look at.
Bam.
No, Dante picks it up. Dante walks up and he goes, guys, and he just snatches it off the pedestal. And he goes, it's something. It's a piece of metal.
What happens?
Nothing.
Nothing? Okay.
Okay, so he picked something up and he's fine, but
Can
I
I
picked
take-
something up and
get
it's
from
always a
Dante?
problem.
Hey, Dante, can you...
Hey,
Pass
now
that
you know
here.
it's like to play Kymel.
Considering that you trying to walk into this started the whole fight with things, I think it's better if Yogurt holds on to it.
Jared, what the hell is
Right.
this archaic, ominous-looking obelisk?
Cause who knows? Maybe if you touch it, fucking
Looks
darkness
like it
will
would
kill.
open.
I want to see if it's magical. I'm gonna expend a charge on that staff. Where's my counter for there it is. That'll be my second
Yogurt, can I
charge.
see the key?
Yeah, yes, go ahead.
Okay, I'll take the key.
See, now it's on Yogurt's hands if
If Leo does something with it. Fair.
Is this thing magical?
You doing like a wand check?
Yeah, I'm doing the
He's doing a
wand.
wand check.
Yes, it's magical.
Does it appear to have a keyhole?
No, it looks
that
like you would
looks
just grab
like-
it and open it.
Will the doors open with 5 pounds of force?
No, they're too heavy.
I'm gonna roll Arcana. Yeah, I know that went great last time. To see if it's like cursed magic. If it's gonna blow up if I touch it.
Okay.
Jared, if I'm holding this, does it like what does this metal feel like?
It feels warm to the touch.
Hot metal?
Okay.
Hey, there's the roll I wanted last time. 24.
24. The magic you detect off of this thing is evocation magic, but it doesn't seem to be strong enough to hurt you if you were to interact with it.
Okay. I need to touch up on my schools of magic, but I will probably open this if it doesn't seem harmful.
Okay, you open the doors, and there are 4 big runes, 2 on the back wall of the inside, or sorry, 6 big runes, 2 on each little swinging door, and 2 on the back wall.
Runes?
More runes. I'm assuming no space for a key inside this either.
Nope.
I feel like messing with this is probably dangerous.
Yeah, so is everything else.
Probably, I would assume related to how they kept those beings locked in here. Or tied to this place.
Taking a peek.
Am I able to tell if there's anything of value to be gained from interacting with this?
Make an investigation check?
Okay. This number was resting on a 2, so this is probably gonna be a bad roll, but we'll see. Oh, no, also 24. Sick.
24. You notice, like, pieces of the succubus's hair are in this thing.
I don't know if that quite tells me if this is worth interacting with. Can I take... I'll grab the hair.
Okay?
You grabbing her
Uh,
hair?
Pieces of succubus hair. I don't know what to make of that. Or what to do with that.
Well, likely she was in here.
Guess this is what they had her locked in?
She was free roaming in the cell when you, when Leo so kindly opened the door.
Walked in.
She what? Was she? Bandit wasn't in the room. He didn't see that.
Oh, you would have to ask someone then.
Does Leo want to come also investigate this? You're decent with magic, aren't you?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I can
Oh,
try.
come investigate it.
Yeah, sure.
Our savior.
But not one guy.
Rolls
Come on,
again.
then.
Rolls a natural 20 this time. 3.
Doctor, you're a little curious what it would be like inside of it.
Ooh.
It looks comfortable. The walls are kind of padded.
Bandit, don't you think it would be nice to go in there? It looks very comfy.
Bandit, if you cherish your life, do not go in there.
Is Yogurt here?
No, Yogurt is not
No.
there.
Oh.
This is a Dante and Bandit interaction.
I do not. No, as don't.
Persuasion check.
There is an
If he
easy way to
allows
get
it.
him in the thing.
If you allow a I have -2 in persuasion, so
You can roll, Jared. Should we give him a history check to remember how to get Bandit into this thing much more easily?
Actually, you know what? Sure, yeah. Dante's pretty perceptive, so he's got keen mind, but he has to put the dots together. So I'll have him make a history check. This is to put the dots together, not to remember it.
15.
15's pretty good. In the past, you've seen Bandit do some strange things when people ask him to help them. When they request his help. Oh no.
Hey Bandit, can I have your help?
Yeah. What do you?
I want to know if it's comfy in there.
I mean, the walls look padded.
Yeah. You want to test it out?
You're just asking me to get in this to help you.
Yes.
Oh no.
Yeah. I'm gonna let this functionality be abused.
Alright, so Bandit's going in.
Yeah, I'm keeping the gun on me, but
You step in and you notice there are 2 handles on the on the doors to like pull and close once you're in it.
I don't pull it closed. Just kind of like stand there. That was mean.
You're standing there. It's kind of, I mean, you like lean back. The walls are padded. It's kind of comfy.
I would say it's comfortable.
Dante,
like a scale
you
of
have
1
the option
to
to
10.
just
Is there like spikes and stuff on the doors?
no, just runes.
It's
just some magical
It's just
writing.
runes.
Just runes.
I can't decipher the runes
Nope.
because I rolled too low.
I rolled high and I can't decipher the runes.
I told you what kind of runes they are, and I also
They're
said that they don't
evocation.
seem to be dangerous enough to do damage to you.
Oh, that's true. They don't do damage.
You said it's pretty comfy, right? Here. Let me
Yeah.
give me a try. Give me a try. I'm gonna
me
swap
just-
places.
All right. I'll
Okay.
step out.
Okay.
Dante's in there now?
I'll step in.
Now Dante's in there?
Oh no. We all know what
It's
this
pretty
is.
comfy in here.
What is it?
We'll figure out if Dante closes them.
You said we all. I do not.
All right, Jared. Here's the thing. Evens, odds. Evens. Dante shuts the doors.
19.
I don't shut the doors.
Okay. Whew.
You had me
Okay.
worried.
What is this thing?
You're not
Are you
there,
in the room
You
now?
over there? You're not in there.
I'm not in the room. I just want to know what it is.
Walk
I
in
don't
the
know. Come
room.
over here and find out.
Walk in the room and find out.
Oh my
Go find out.
God.
Ma-
Hey, I'm gonna walk in the room.
Menadino would like to open a portcullis.
I don't know if it's allowed to be opened or can be opened, but I
There's
was
supposed to be levers on the doors, but I never put them down because I
okay.
forgot. So yes, it's openable.
Yay!
Okay, what
What's
the
on
fuck
the
is
desk?
Nat 20.
We're
Yogurt.
gonna find out.
You take a good look at this thing, and you're not quite sure what it is. With a
God
nat
damn it.
20, you are capable of deciphering that it does seem like, it doesn't seem like it would teleport someone anywhere, and similar to what Bandit found out, it doesn't seem like it would deal damage to someone. But you do get traces of other kinds of magic here. There's enchantment magic, evocation magic. It seems like it itself is an entire device designed for something.
there?
Yo,
are
Red, it's
many
comfy
for-
in here, dude.
There
Dante's
are
currently
many,
standing in it.
many forms of magic that should not be tampered with. You should really step out of that.
I'm not tampering with it. I was just saying if it was comfy, you know.
I'm sure that the user
Bandit, you
would
have the
become
option now to just
Close it.
Am I big enough to even close these doors?
yes. You open,
You open
There's
it.
evocation magic. There's enchantment magic.
All right, I'm not gonna close the doors, but I am gonna say, I was wondering if the runes do something if you close the doors.
What are you guys doing over there?
Are you in here? Oh, you're
He's
through
not in
the
room. Oh,
you're through the
grate.
Bandit has-
Bandit
Bandit has a great idea of closing the doors.
Bandit did present the idea of closing doors.
I
Do
did. I
not
presented the
So
idea.
now
Doors.
I have to re-roll the evens odds. Evens, I close.
You're just begging for this.
Yeah, you just do it.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why are we tempting fate? Just do it.
All right, guys,
Turtle refade into
place your
black.
bets now. Place your bets now. I think Dante comes out a woman.
Oh no.
That would be interesting.
So, Dante, are you closing the doors?
Yep.
You rolled a
Okay.
nat 20 on
I
shit. I
know,
closed the
that's
door.
funny.
Dante closes the doors, and you guys hear what sounds like some whirring, and Dante, the machine kind of rubs your back a little bit. You feel
Nice.
you feel like some changing happening. It's very dark in there, so you can't quite tell what's happening. And then there's like a bright, radiant light for a moment. And after a couple minutes, the doors open. Dante steps out tan. His hair has been done, and he's got a full face of makeup.
No shot. It's a makeup.
I gotta roll for that. I gotta roll for that.
Dante does not know it has done his makeup, though.
I gotta roll for this.
Isn't your hair just flames?
Yes.
It's a hell machine.
And they're
so-
currently blue flames.
It's a hell machine, so I'm gonna say it still knows how to style flames. His flames have been like, they're like a flat top. He's got a flat top fire somehow.
Oh no! I wanna present a different idea.
Flat top.
Flat
did
top
change.
fire is crazy.
All
does that
Dante
even-
knows is you got a massage.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that was probably the best massage I've had in my entire life.
I know a
I'm
place
just
where
not
you can
gonna
get a
say.
better
I'm just
one.
gonna shake my head and
Move. Get me in there.
My head canon is Dante's hair looks like this.
I want to look at this
You
note on the
move?
desk.
I
Okay,
step in there. I go in.
Alright, Yogurt gets a new tan and
I have a strange question,
his hair
Jared.
gets
I
done
have
and he
a,
comes out with a full face of makeup.
I have a strange
Whoa,
question.
whoa. You got more than just a massage in there. You've got like stuff on your face and your,
Yeah, so
your
do you.
hair. And I like go like this and like your hair. What the fuck?
I need a show of hands. Should we call Rex to grab this?
Oh my
It
God.
seems like a pointless use of
It's a
Rex.
fucking salon in a box. What do you mean?
I think we
It's
need
I
this-
want
this.
y'all to know
I
there is
don't
a
think it's
viewer who
necessary.
watches our VODs on YouTube who has complained like 7 times about y'all not calling Rex for important items, and then you find a salon in a box, and you're like, should we call Rex? They're gonna lose it. They're gonna fucking lose it. They're gonna...
You're welcome.
You're welcome. We love our viewers.
Jared, I
We're
have an
making them a
important
little bit mad.
question. I have an important question. When
I
Yogurt gets
answer.
out, does his hair smell better?
Yes. Oh, no.
Oh, hell yeah.
When Dante steps out, he's been showered.
Thank God.
Oh my god!
Was he like air
Thank
dried?
He was prestidigitation.
Was he air dried?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Prestidigitation.
Okay, great. I'll take my
Prestidigitation
hat off
just
and get in. My turn.
means- I was hoping this would happen.
No!
Bandit, you get the massage, you get the treatment. It still tries to put makeup on you, and then the thing detects there's a lot of hair. Y'all ever seen when people take their dogs to the hairstylist? Bandit comes out done up like a poodle. He's got like the puffy fur. He's got like the shapes carved into his tail where it's got like the balls. He comes out just dog salon perfection. You feel like your fur's been messed with. It feels extremely clean. Like a clean
just
you
wanted
have
it to
not
be
given
clean.
in a while. Yes,
I just
your
wanted
hair-
it to
your
be
fur
clean.
is extremely clean. In fact, you've been like bothered by a spot that you couldn't get untangled at during long rests. It's untangled. You're like, it happened.
That's not bad.
But then you notice your fur is very soft and fluffy.
I'm gonna tuck my tail down my pant leg and say we need a Rex to grab this.
I bone phone Rex.
Oh, Sean, we're fucking right.
I'm so done. I'm
We
so
need to convince Rex to get in it.
This is so funny.
Oh, that's
Good luck, y'all. I'm not participating. I'm looking at the desk note.
You call for Rex. Rex comes around the corner, and says, "What do you need? What did you call me for?" She seems a little out of breath. There doesn't seem to be
She
anything. of
sees
crazy
3 men in
importance.
makeup.
Yeah.
You seem
She-
quite
she-
tired.
She
Here,
turns
take
to
a
her,
rest in here.
Why are you wearing makeup? It
No,
doesn't
no,
suit
just trust
you.
me. Trust us. Trust us.
It does not suit you. Bye.
This box here is a cleaner. Is magical or something. It's got
This-
that
this
knot
is-
out of my fur that's been bothering me for like months. I was
This
gonna
is-
get it out.
The technology that Yogurt was looking for.
Wow, makeup suits you
This-
quite well.
You Dante.
You, Dante.
Oh,
I'm dead.
That shit is not coming off very easily.
No.
Would you be able?
Mm.
Well, you're welcome to give it a try if you'd like, but would you be able to bring this back?
It looks very large. Where would you want me to put it?
I'd leave it to you to decide. No matter where you put it, it would be good.
If I take it back and Silverfish knows of existence, it's probably going in his room.
That's okay
That's
as long as he
true.
shares.
He likely would.
I doubt it.
He likely wouldn't.
Say put it in the bathroom.
I guess I could put it in the bathroom. It might frighten some of the newcomers.
That is
Just
good.
put a sign that says "Try me."
I'm sure that the entire situation is surprising to some newcomers.
I'm gonna get up on the portcullis crates over here, like hands on. Do you guys want to try this? You guys should try this.
I'm quite
I'm
alright.
amazed by how excited Bandit is by this, knowing his stance on magic.
Stick my arm through it. Smells my fur.
This is the literally.
Really?
Feel my leg, I shaved. Like, that's the equivalent.
Feel the smooth. Feel the smooth.
He has never been this clean in his entire life.
Holy shit. I will feel it.
Smells my fur.
I will walk away from the desk, and that is very impressive.
This thing
The
right
definition
here.
of D&D players doing exactly what you don't want them to do.
I'll take it back. If this is what you guys think my time is most well used for. And then she walks by Yogurt and goes, you should take the makeup off it. You should appreciate your natural form more.
Oh.
And
Last call.
she-
This thing feels amazing. Last call.
I'm okay right now.
And once again, she kind of opens a portal underneath it. It falls through, similar to what she did with the alchemist supplies. And then she follows it through.
Thank you, Rex.
I think she's already
Hello?
gone.
I guess I'll
I
go
said
add
it to her
that.
before she.
Add it to the keep.
Add it to the
I
key.
can't wait for the next keep visit where somebody's like, I want to go use the salon. You know what? You know when you're playing an RPG? I didn't even intend for this. I just wanted the succubus to have like a fun little item. But
And now we have a fun
y'all just unlocked. You know when you're playing an RPG and you like get to the
We
end of chapter
unlocked-
1 and you unlock character
Magic mirror.
customization? You unlock the magic
Yes! We got the magic mirror.
Yes.
Nice.
We're gonna
I
use
guess
this
y'all have
thing.
character customization though.
Yes. Oh, Jared, after that, is there anything on these desks?
There are notes and scrolls on this desk that all talk about these two different creatures. They talk about them both being from Hill Lost.
Mhm.
And the one thing you find that is worth mention is you heard the succubus say, Dante would remember this because he has keen mind, but it was recent enough, and you received the brunt of the first blows, so you remember it quite well. You heard the succubus say, the status on the war must have changed, no matter we hunger. One of the notes mentions them as being prisoners of war, of something called the War on Fate, but it also mentions that they've been prisoners for thousands of years and they don't know that the war is over. Do not tell them the war is over.
Bummer.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I don't think it matters. They're dead.
True.
What is that?
You have
What
never
is it?
heard of the War on Fate.
What is that?
I will look in
War
a
of
second.
Fate?
What is this piece of paper on this table thing?
It seems to be a note written in the language of devils and demons, which I think is a Abyssal? No, Abyssal is demon. Sorry, devils have a different language.
Yeah. Oh no.
The Fiverr and his DM.
Infernal.
Yeah, that one.
Infernal.
Bandit found a portcullis.
I found a portcullis.
What did you find over there, Leo? You were over here for a second. I'm taking the note.
Opened the door, so I'm assuming Bandit got the note.
Notes
Yes.
that described a war
Uh,
on fate is what those demons were.
Bandit, you find a note. Are you
Capture
planning
from-
to share your notes with the class, or am I sending this to you in a DM?
Or what that is.
Yeah, I'll share it with the.
Cool,
Well, I'm
I
gonna
can
read
read
it.
it.
Look into that.
Yeah, just read it. Read it.
Alright, I'll just read it out loud. So Bandit finds a note. It says, "The sea folk of Leeson wouldn't let me in their grand halls without a proper reason. I'll likely need to go south and find the members of the shoal who make the long pilgrimage every year. Potentially guiding them safely home will allow my entrance. I made a tank here in the lab in case I ever find one in my travels. I'll bring it home here and ensure its survival so that it may permit me their knowledge. Dawn."
So this
I
that
look in the
is to
tank.
trap sea folk in.
It seems that way.
Is there anything in it right now?
No.
What are these crystals? Are they just-
You can't tell from here.
I was gonna say, it's the little, like, lights in a fish tank.
That's what I think they are, but I just got my hair done, so I don't really want to go in.
Oh. Thanks, Garrett.
Bye, Garrett. Have a
Can you
nice
watch Luke?
day.
I'm gonna dip my hand in the water and then try to rub my face.
Make a con save when you dip your hand in the water.
Jared, can you also
Iconic.
send a note somewhere?
That was a lot of text. Oh,
16.
16's enough. You feel it like permeate through your skin and attempt to. You feel like it's the liquid wants to pull you into like a sleeping state. But you pull your hand out of the water before it can.
Yeah, don't touch that fucking water. That water not good.
Why?
You're saying that the fish folk live in it?
I'm saying that there's some sort of mystical doohickey on the water.
Leo
I
has
see.
found another portcullis that he's opening.
What is
What is a portcullis?
It's the like metal grates that
Mhm.
go up and down, like in castle entrances normally.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Leo, you find a note that pretty much talks about this demon here, the one that y'all fought. It says that it's been it talks about how it's been a struggle to feed this prisoner of war. He is very hungry, but nonetheless, due to his chaotic and, by the nature of demons, kind of unpredictable behavior, they might have to let him perish. But it seems that even without food, these creatures can persist. So they've decided just to not feed him.
fair
Well,
enough.
That's crazy.
Anything else? I'm just gonna take a bit and search through
That's
the
kind
room.
of a
That's kind of what
consensus
I-
of everything in here.
Okay.
Menadina opens the gates.
Yay!
Oh, you
no, I
went over
stopped
What
using
the
the fun word.
Fuck is that?
Should
dynasty.
should I read this one out loud?
Which one?
Do I...
The one with Mene?
Menadina, are you going to share the note that you find in this room?
Yeah, probably.
While exploring after the collapse, I found this draconic skeletal structure in the Tiamtrak desert. Peculiar, as I was certain the Underdark would struggle to support a beast of such proportions. Something is amiss with the snakes of this continent, clearly. Also written by Dawn.
Who's this Don bitch?
Well, you make a history check.
Oh, okay. Do I have history? I do have. Not really. I got 8.
The name sounds
Dawn's
familiar.
the person.
Oh, well, I just read a note with it on it, but yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Dante would remember where he's seen this name before if he tries to recall it because of Keen Mind. Keen Mind moment.
I mean, I've read the one note that I gave to.
You remember that at the House of Dawn, you read a plaque that said in Elvish, "The House of Dawn, dedicated to Dawn, the priestess who showed us the truth of the Underdark. The innate violence of this place and her everlasts protect us from the evils above."
Dawn has everlasts.
Well, I'm glad Dante has a keen mind to remember that because I wasn't there for the House of Dawn episode.
But you were, because Dante was there. That's when you got your
Exactly.
blankets.
Mhm.
Yeah, my blankets.
I'm gonna go up to.
Now I know
the-
we went into this room. Did
skeleton?
we actually search this room?
Yes, the note was found for this room, but Bandit has not shared.
I see.
Which room?
The map room.
I'm gonna start going down the stairs. Slowly.
Yeah, I
Ding.
guess we can.
That's quite a sight.
I want to tap on one of the bones of the rib cage,
Wait, Leo's behind me, dude.
and then I'll follow.
Now that's a big shit.
That's quite a vessel.
They found a boat?
Yup.
No.
They did. You didn't
You'll
really
want to
describe
see this.
what they find.
Guys, you probably want to see this.
Whoop! I dropped.
On floor 3, the ocean laps into the lab. A table
Oh,
sits next to a decently large skipper, with a device sitting in its center. The boat seems large in nature and capable of transporting multiple people. Seems supplies for journeys have sat down here for a while and have begun to rot and become unusable.
Rats.
There are rats, yeah, running around all over the place.
Sick. I mean, this resource. Wait, how did the Oh, wait, is there a crystal on the ship, did you say?
It's
There's a
above us.
crystal above you.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
right. Huh. Well. Not as big as my other ship, but that's okay.
Is everything? I suppose. I see this immediate note panel, but I suppose there's probably plenty
It's all
around.
diagrams for the ship.
Good
Is
to have.
anything of interest immediately standing out,
A giant
or just
ship.
diagrams? Just diagrams of the ship.
Yeah, diagrams.
Nothing
of
on
the ship.
how that thing in the middle works.
Yeah, you find a note once you come over to this desk.
Okay.
That says, "I've moved that enchantress's device that she left for me onto my ship. It seems to have, or onto the ship she left down here. It seems to have taken quite well. As she predicted, it is capable of transferring magical properties from artifacts to artifacts. Placing a chunk of the crystals around the Underdark that provide light made the ship emit light. I am curious as to how this could be useful other than a ship that broadcasts its presence on the waters."
You can stick bandit.
Was it like a range extender?
You might be able to put your crystal on that. And the ship itself would emit the entire range.
Is the ship
Rather
currently
than
emitting
using
light?
his.
There's nothing on the pedestal.
So
what
whatever's
do-
currently on it is going to be emitted throughout the ship.
I will say that it says transfer. I'm not sure if that would... I'm not sure how it works. Not entirely.
Well,
We'll
see
have
if I have
to
anything
be
I can test
careful
with.
with it. You can certainly try that, though. Is there anything else, like, on this side? I see these massive not vats, vials. Vials? Containers? I don't know what the hell to call them. They seem pretty unique.
Yes, they don't contain anything of immediate usefulness. Okay. To you, they just contain. Make an investigation check.
Yay! At some point, I need to just take investigation. Ooh, 19.
Cannot see what I'm doing. I have to
Plus one
hide the
did something.
videos for a second.
Hide the videos. Oh no.
All right, who's ready for a dumb
Isn't
idea?
one. This is amazing to me.
I'm ready for a dumb idea.
Whole another side to this too.
Does anyone know how to drive this thing?
Has picked up a few things from my years on the surface.
I prefer to keep my feet on land most of the time, so nope, not me.
I do not have proficiency in ships, but I have, when you do backstory, some amount of experience. So, do with that what you will.
Better than no experience.
Getting a ship is kind of wild. And also something we need to have to get to the other continents.
Yep.
Y'all, can
And
you
we
imagine pulling up back to the Bastion with this thing?
Be pretty badass.
Having something of this size is good because then we could bring back NPCs, supplies, you name it.
Yes.
Big bombs.
There's
Like
a
the
plank of
bombs
wood,
that are
no
clear
plank-
over here.
Exactly.
These look like bombs, kind of.
Holy
I don't
hand
think they
grenades.
The cabbages.
Probably bad, but we can try anyway.
Oh, they're 100% bad.
The
They have
cabbages are
some
very
sugar.
rotten.
They're not bad, they're just fermented.
Cabbage.
No.
I love that. No.
Not sauerkraut. Sorry, bud. Not kimchi. Sorry, bud.
Not kimchi,
No.
unfortunately.
Y'all don't understand. It can be very smelly.
The food
No.
is pretty smelly.
I would
That's
rather
just
eat
bad.
mold than coleslaw.
The rats aren't eating it.
That's true.
Exactly.
The rats aren't
It would
eating
make a great.
Hey, rats lost!
It would make a great stink bomb.
I
If
can
the
cut
rats
around the
don't
mold.
want it,
You finally got clean. You finally smell good.
dude, it's Ranger 101. Always mask your scent.
No.
Yeah, the Wizard 101 that you failed 6 times.
Don't call it Wizard 101.
I said, did I say
What
Wizard?
did you get on that
Ranger?
investigation check, by the way?
19.
19? It seems to be a cleaning fluid.
Oh.
Seems to be meant for cleaning the boat.
That's blinker fluid.
Blinker fluid by.
Just cleaning the boat. Okay. I
How
feel
is
like
this
it's
thing alive?
Cleaning and preserving.
Weep.
okay. Can
Anyone wish to
I?
explore the boat?
I want to go in the boat.
I was planning to go on it.
I'm gonna ask
know
Manny to
what-
help me put this on the boat.
Yes.
Okay. Don't put any interesting looking assets, I've learned.
There's a chest.
What do you mean? We need to clean the boat.
We'll need to clean the boat.
We need to take care of the boat. If we're going to use it, we have to take good care of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Shit.
I don't understand what the problem is.
Uh-huh.
I can't open
Okay.
it. Oh,
Bow at time.
I know where the captain's quarters usually are.
Bandit, you make your way to the captain's quarters and you throw open the doors, which are unlocked, and you are met by a strange sight. You throw open the doors, and in front of you stands a man who seems to have just gotten out of bed. This man has
Gun aimed.
gun aimed. This man has sea blue skin, and is currently seeming to be rearming himself. He's picking up a trident off the ground before he turns and sees you, who has just opened the door. And
I'm gonna use telekinesis to yank the trident away from him.
okay, you probably won't succeed.
Why? How heavy is it?
Calvin,
You'll find out.
welcome in, and I will allow you to take control of your character at this point. I don't know why your camera's not showing up for me on Discord.
Question. Deep
for
walker.
us.
It's showing up for us.
I was having some issues before, but it should be okay now.
I'm having issues with, like, it just not existing.
It's
Oh,
so
there it
weird.
is.
Jared's not the last person in the list right now.
Yeah, I got moved because his name is Varden, but we'll get there.
Name yourself Z Creeping Darkness. I am Z Creeping Darkness.
So at this point, Varden, you've just woken up from the event that you might share, we'll see. You found a bed and rested because it had been a while since you slept. And you are rudely awakened by this creature throwing open a door and pointing a gun at you. Well, you don't know what it is. It's a gun, but he's pointing a device at you. And then you feel a force try to pull your trident away. And because you have
I thought it was on
strength
the
of-
floor.
No, I said he picked it up.
Oh, I was trying to grab it before he picked it up. Okay. Okay. I'm not gonna try to grab it if it's already in his hand, or pull it if it's already in his hands.
I mean, so I am being awakened very rudely, and just
Yep.
blurry-eyed. I still have no idea what's going on.
Correct.
So I'm going to pick up my shield and use it as a shield to hide behind and ready my trident for combat if it appears to be so necessary.
Bandit, what's going on? Why do you have your weapon drawn?
Am I still holding the fucking
I just like
cleaning
side
supplies?
step out of the way.
Nah, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Sidestep so you
I'm
can get a
gonna-
look. Well, the good news
There
is it
seems there's a
didn't,
creature on the boat.
it didn't attack us on sight.
Well,
Unlike everything else.
hello.
Who are you guys?
Ah, you speak.
What are you doing here?
I have the same question for you. What are you doing here on this
Where the-
boat?
I have just survived a tragic shipwreck. I am exhausted. We crashed just off the shore and I had to swim here. I
Here-
just want to rest.
Or,
Who the fuck is we?
Calvin, what am I looking at?
I mean, so I don't know the whole
What are you?
scenario of this here. Oh, I'm
He is a Triton.
Yes.
He is a Triton.
Yes. I'm a Triton. I am in chainmail armor. I have a shield and a trident.
Is this one of those sea folk that letter spoke of?
Babe,
I believe I would be pretty good sea folk.
I'm stuck.
You're
Thank
free.
you.
Chainmail armor, a shield, a
Mhm.
trident,
Triton.
a trident.
Triton.
Yes.
Trident.
I am a
Triton
Triton with a
wearing-
trident.
Triton,
A Triton.
Triton using a trident.
Yes, there we go.
Tongue twister.
Mm-hmm.
You say that you came from a shipwreck.
Oh, now
off
everyone's in this
the
door.
coast.
Damn.
I'll go inside.
I was
Take a
just
seat.
curious.
I'm
Did
keeping
you-
aims.
Did you happen to be in a sphere of lightness, or were you in?
Yes, this
That.
is safety. We always carry with us a shard of the crystals growing at our village.
These
It
things
keeps
just
us
grow
safe
at
from
your
the
village.
They grow.
Where?
We assume so.
Interesting.
There has been one growing in our village for as long as we can remember, and we take chunks of it to go on pilgrimages. But it never seems to completely go away.
So to get this
Well,
right,
then.
you've never touched the darkness.
Nah, it's not exactly true. When during the shipwreck, the crystal sunk with the ship, and I tried to get into the next closest sphere that I could see,
You could
emanating from
see?
the shoreline. Well, I couldn't exactly see the sphere, but I knew it was there because my sphere had it connected with that sphere, so I could see
I see.
the connection. But I didn't exactly escape unscathed directly into the sphere of light.
Yogurt. Yogurt would like to open a door.
Right.
He's
Look,
right here. Wait, what?
It was the door to the galley. I was hungry.
You open the door wherever it is.
The galley.
He just zoned. He just
Down
zoned in on it.
below.
Oops.
Clearly, there were more important events happening up here.
Okay, so
So you've touched the darkness, but it hasn't consumed you.
Yes.
You made your way to
Mhm.
this ship. Doesn't seem shipwrecked.
No, this ship was not shipwrecked. I found this ship and was able to take it back into the city.
You were able
As
to
people
look.
say in your village, finders keepers. This is your ship.
You managed
you know
to
how to
dock this
sail?
ship.
Water's right, I suppose. Yes.
Do you know?
Yes.
He does know how to sail.
Welcome aboard.
Fascinating.
Welcome to the team.
Fuck
If
off,
no one
dude.
else knows how to
Just
sail.
Wait, y'all know the
To
meme? Wait, y'all know
accept-
the meme of the guy in the corner and it's like no one knows I'm blank?
Yeah.
Bandit's in the corner right now. No one knows I know how to sail.
So if it's
So-
finders keepers, and this is your ship, what's her name?
We're gonna try to name the ship on the spot.
Welcome to our D&D session, where we do shit like this all the time.
They've petitioned you. What's the name of the ship?
The minnow.
The minnow.
The minnow.
That seems ironic, but
I actually
will...
love that.
Oh, yeah,
it's
a
so
little bit.
good.
Well, as if you say finders keepers were used from, then we's found you, and it sounds like we're keeping you.
I want to pull Leo aside.
That is
Okay.
bold coming
Leo's-
from the species
Leo's
with
being-
history of slavery.
Leo's being pulled
Shut up.
aside.
Yeah,
Yes.
I want to sidebar with Leo. Alright,
Okay.
so
Get over in the sidebar with him then.
yeah,
Go.
yeah. We're gonna go.
I'm over here.
I am going to examine what I assume to be the map. I want
So,
to see where this thing has been. And also if there's other
Found-
countries labeled on here.
random guy just here.
Yes.
Said he's touched the darkness.
Oh,
Correct.
What map?
Would you trust this as someone who has actually touched the darkness before?
I mean, we've seen plenty of individuals who've touched the darkness and have been fine. I see no reason not to trust. him,
Iosha kind
though.
of died.
Iosha died.
That's
Is true,
a character that's pretty unrelated.
but that's not how he died.
50% of people we know. that
Very
have
similar
darkness
to
have
how
died.
Duergar is still alive. He might be worse for wear, but as far as we can tell, he's of sound mind. I wouldn't say to fully trust him. We only just met him. We don't know what his goal is or what exactly happened, but if he can help us pilot the ship, we could meet his people and even see if they know anything
Oh my
more
god.
about the darkness. It'd be very nice to have a crystal that can grow
That is another
and
thing. You did
not
say
use people.
growing crystals, which
I'm
means
very curious about that. I don't know how that would work. We know far too little about the crystals to really know much more.
well, we know that the crystals that they use here are grown from the hearts and babies
Well,
and things.
that's at least the ones that were in the Dwarven Kingdom. We haven't the slightest idea how the original crystals came about. It's not like you can just create that without having it first exist.
That is true. I have an idea. And then I say that I'm gonna walk past him into where the dude is. I don't know his name yet.
Dude.
Yep.
When
The
the
dude-
walk in
yeah,
there.
we
We
don't know his
his
name.
No one's asked yet. Come on.
There's a table here, right? I'm
Yeah.
Mhm.
gonna slap down the map.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my god, you actually pulled out the map. I'm so proud.
We're gonna see the map!
He slaps down
Oh,
the
yeah.
map and puts a dagger through it.
This bad
No!
boy can hold so many
I'm not gonna-
locations
I'm not
on
gonna
it.
put. I'm not gonna.
Are you gonna put out
Let's
the
put a
little
dagger through it.
flags?
Yeah.
I'm
You
going
know,
to
not
take
yet.
out all
I'm
the
going
map
to ask.
token thingies.
Where are you from?
I mean, I can point on the map.
Yeah, you point on the map, and now everyone can see the map. I sent it in Discord a while ago, so
Yeah.
we'll go
Oh,
ahead
boy.
and reveal it. While y'all figure that out, I am going to share it.
There's so much!
That's
It's
a
so
lot of
big!
map.
That's
Yep.
a lot of map.
I remember someone asking me, one of the players being like, "How long is this campaign gonna run for? Like, what level are we getting to?" And I was like, "Just wait till you see the map."
Wait me.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 20, baby! Let's go!
Where have we've
Uh,
been through Glymark?
Glymarsh, and we're currently in
Glymarsh.
Bendir.
We
No,
still need to go to my city. Are we doing that still?
We also need to go to Sage.
There's a Zella
Oh.
Bay.
I've noticed something.
There is Zelda.
Ah!
It
I love all
seems
the little
this
Easter
map
eggs.
lines up quite closely with the maps that you've shown
Defiance
us
Lake.
above.
Okay.
I was asked-
Alright, so
I'm
map.
not sharing
where
the
does
map
he
with the
point?
stream. Sorry, it took me a bit to get it up. I'm gonna leave that up for a bit. In nature of people who are watching getting to see it, and people watching the VOD getting to see it.
True.
Gives them some time to maybe screenshot it if they want. And it's gonna stay up for 1, 2, and it's gone.
For now.
Dun, dun, dun.
Alright, so he points to, if you look in the bottom left corner of the map, there's a light blue area. He points there. You kind of tell him you've never seen a map of this sorts before, but based off the instructions and working backwards in your head that you were given for sailing instructions, you're pretty sure it's there.
So that bottom corner. Let's have a name.
Speaking of names, who are you?
My name is Varden Deepwalker.
Welcome.
As for the
Varden.
name of my village, we don't exactly call it anything. It is simply where we live.
Well, that's
Okay.
interesting.
Hmm. You haven't had the worst first impression here.
That's fair.
He isn't scared
Dante
of
was scared of
curtains.
curtains. Dante was scared of curtains for a week.
Scared of curtains.
No, I wasn't. You can't prove anything.
I'm Ryugurashi. Everyone here calls me Leo.
Well met, Leo.
I also call you bitch.
You call
Uh,
everyone
game?
bitch.
each their own.
I do.
Are we shaking hands, or are we just waiting?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
He's
sure. I'll
going
shake
to
No,
hands.
shake
shaking
hands.
hands.
Leo said whenever
Uh,
you put on the pedestal, the magic
As you
gets
shake
infused.
hands with,
Right.
as you shake hands with Varden, there is a sense of
Who?
recognition, Leo.
Me?
There's a
Okay.
sense of recognition you get from each other. Something seems normalized between you two. Like there's no exchange of words, but there's a comfort.
Okay.
I'm going to chalk that up to the darkness and call it a day.
I'm not shaking his hand.
I'm gonna hold my hand out to dap me up.
So
All right, roll for dap. Roll for dap.
Seriously,
Can I roll
Here's
for
how this is
dap?
gonna work. You're both gonna roll a d20. The closer the numbers are, the better the dap. Even if you both nat 1, it's a good dap. So this is all just about being close together. 18
It is
for
an
Milgram.
18.
I gotta get you access to Tail
That's not
Spider,
good.
by the
That's not
way.
good.
A middle number would have been better.
Yeah,
have you already rolled?
I rolled an
Yeah.
18.
Oh, you rolled an 18.
Um,
I rolled 5.
short stream advertisement, I guess, because I'm gonna tell Calvin what Tail
Oh,
Spider
your
is.
hand is like
Not
sticky.
Yeah,
What
we'll
did
chalk
you
that
roll?
to- I rolled a 5.
5.
a 5. Yeah, it's not, y'all ever, you know, like a dry dap where there's like no echo to it. It's just kind of like just a single.
Where
Sounds like-
I
sounds
walk
like
up
somebody,
and
like-
investigated a little bit, curious as to what this is, and then
Yeah. He doesn't really know what a dap is. He just kind of slaps your hand.
My name is
while
Yellow.
this is happening, I'm gonna take all of the pieces that Bandit handed me back at the manor, and I'm gonna start placing them where they were exactly on the map.
All right.
I want to do something that, if it works the way I really hope it works, will function as my character introduction.
Okay.
Leo said that items that put on this pedestal, the boat kind of takes as magical properties, right?
Yeah.
I did not see any cannons on the side of this. However, I want to put my gun on the table and see if we get cannons. And if we do, I want to absolutely waste the section of rotting cabbages.
Do you see this?
Does anyone see it?
You put your
The
gun.
only one who probably will see it will be me, because everyone else is in the room.
You put your gun on the pedestal, and you hear like a whirring noise. But you can't quite tell what changed from at this moment. But there was a change to the boat.
I'm gonna lean and look over the side.
Okay, you look over the side, and where this square is down here, there is now like a giant gun barrel sticking out of.
I'm gonna go downstairs and see if I can fire it.
You go downstairs.
I will
and
watch.
It does
Is your gun
seem-
still on the pedestal?
Yeah.
It does
I will keep
seem
an
that
eye
it is
out.
operable.
Where is it aiming?
It can be
It's
turned
almost-
to aim on at anything on this side.
Oh,
of the boat.
Oh, sick. I'm turning it towards the cabbages and I'm pulling the trigger.
Bandit
Alright,
goes
roll
to interact.
me-
The
You
curiosity.
run to this D8s,
gets the
right?
better of me.
The first shot per round does 2d8.
Okay, roll me
What's that, Calvin?
6d8.
I was gonna say, as
6d8.
Bandit goes to operate the cannons, my curiosity gets the better of me, and I go to pick up his gun from the table to investigate.
You cannot.
I cannot.
Mandy's
It's
in the
not
way.
bad.
I will stop
It
you.
is in the way.
Okay, well then that's fine. I'll be stopped, I guess.
I hope this is
not
deafeningly
yours.
loud
Not
as
that
well.
great.
Oh yeah, it's gonna echo in here in this chamber.
Alright. 25. On
Yeah, you
68.
obliterate those cabbages.
You guys just hear muffled cheering from below deck.
I think before we hear
Was it
muffled
everything
cheering,
you wanted
we
and
hear a
more
giant
bandits?
explosion.
I don't think
It
we
is-
can hear the cheering after the
Yeah,
explosion.
everyone's ears are kind of ringing, so
It is everything you wanted.
Yeah, like as
That's
a
what I
reaction,
asked.
like
It is
tackle Dante and say get down.
sure, yeah.
I'll dodge.
I just dive onto the floor and cover my head.
Between raid, did you guys see that?
Oh,
After my ears finally stop ringing.
Yeah, Bandit comes up from the below the deck, and all of you are looking at him, and you just see.
I have an idea.
Fuck off.
Mene,
What?
you have the shield.
no.
No.
I can now make it everyone's problem.
Please
I don't want to talk to the boat.
I'm
boats are
gonna
gonna get a
make
new
it
game.
everyone's fucking problem, but before I do,
I'll grab my gun back. That was sick. Good to know.
You're
Actually,
welcome.
Actually, before I take the gun off, well, Jared, is the gun still magical?
Yes.
Okay, so it didn't just take the property; it's just kind of applied it to itself. I'm gonna also put my crystal on because I want to see if it can take more than one magical item at a time.
You put your crystal on, and it's kind of the energy of the crystal spreads throughout the boat, and you can see kind of there's like runes that run along every board of the boat, and you see them glow with that golden light. But given that you assume it's doing something, but you're currently under a giant crystal, so you can't tell.
Yeah, so it's
Seeing
doing that,
that,
and
do
then
I
is
see
the
the cannon still?
Cannon is gone.
Okay.
cannon is gone now. Okay, so it can only be one item at a time. Okay, well, sick. I'll take both of my things back, and duly noted.
I will
It's
turn then to
fascinating.
Vern. Name's Benedina.
Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna
Here's
call
mine.
out for Bandit. Bandit,
Yeah.
come here.
Where'd he go?
I'm over
Where
here.
you
Map,
is?
book, give.
Oh, yeah. I'll give him the sage book.
All right, you are handed a book that says "The Myths of the Sage of the West." I will. I'm assuming you rip it open to read it.
Oh yeah.
All right, you start tearing through this book to read it, and I'll just read it out. I'll let Dante share because Dante's gonna do Dante things.
Can you DM me my other literature?
Oh,
You want
God.
sex literature, right?
Yeah, but how
Both of them.
Lawpox
Both of
fuck?
them. Both of them. There was other literature too.
I already DM'd you the Bopok one. I just gave you a summary, remember?
Oh, right. There was the other one.
While they're doing their thing, I want to try and put my crystal in the thingy to see if I can speak
not
with it
gonna-
through the boat.
You put your crystal through the thingy, and the runes glow brighter than they did when Bandit's crystal was placed.
Wow.
Where is?
What'd you say?
Where is Dante?
They reacted differently to Dante's? Or
To
Yogurt's crystal?
Yogurt's, yes.
Right, because it's a more powerful
It's bigger.
crystal.
Mm-hmm.
His crystal is bigger.
I'm just trying to see if I can talk with.
Yogurt
Crystal
has a
dude.
bigger crystal.
We're gonna talk to the boat in 3 different ways.
Hello? Hello, boat? Can you hear me?
Okay, so y'all watch Yogurt launch up, put his crystal on the thing, and then he walks over to the side of the boat, and he's like, "Boat? Hello?"
You all
Well,
have to-
That's when
worth
she gets
trying.
the idea.
Okay, yeah, sure, you get the idea.
And he's lost his box.
I have not lost
Already
any
had.
marbles.
Are we sure about that?
I
Um,
fish
Dante,
out a
this-
couple of marbles from my
Dante,
bag.
This
Nope,
book
got 'em
also
all.
describes the location. Beyond, on the western side of the Mint Mountains in Vingir, there is theorized a hut where this creature lives.
I'm still reading. I'm slow at reading.
All good. We'll go to Minadina potentially doing something drastic for the rest of the campaign affecting.
Campaign effect.
I'm going to take off the crystal and hand it back to Yored. Since it clearly did not want to talk to you right now. And I will pull the shield out from my bag, and I will set it down.
You remember what the shield does. You see Melee moving to put the shield on the pedestal.
I thought it was me
You
that
don't
had
have
it
to do
first.
this.
I thought it was me that had it.
It wasn't
Yeah,
I'm
but
curious.
I thought it was handed to Yogurt at one point. He was like, I'm not ready for this.
I
No,
hear
that was
Yogurt say
bandit
this, and I
first.
whip around, and I say, if you put that fucking shield on there, and I hear it say, a new person enters the boat, I'm going to burn it down!
Does Melee do it?
You should do it. Out of character, he should do it.
It'd be
Let
funny.
me look at my overall. Let me look at my
In
overall.
character.
You can finally pawn the shield off to everyone.
God, the shield's been torturing me.
It would probably be pretty good for the
You
boat,
did
giving
pull,
it a
wait,
defense.
hold on. You pull the shield out of the bag. You have touched the shield. Oh, it is good to hear from you again. How have you been? I said I would protect you, yet you haven't wielded me once. Why? Why do you do
I haven't
this?
needed protection.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm better than any weapon you could have. You know they say the best offense is a good defense. I'm here for you. Why do you ignore me so?
You can either be everyone's problem, or you can be quiet.
I mean, I enjoy talking to people. I would rather you hold me. Keep me close.
I'm rolling. I need a moral check. Because of how little the overall rating of Dante plus this interaction, I have to roll a moral check.
Jared, does the shield ever say the magic words?
Okay, where are my debaters?
Oh, she got a 10. Alright, who wants to be the Minadina demon? Who wants to be the Minadina angel?
I'll be the demon.
You'll be the devil? Alright, so you're debating to put... You're debating to put it on the boat, and I need someone to be the angel.
Wait,
To
okay.
not?
Someone debates to
not.
put it on the boat. And your
I
Minadina's
have to-
voice is in her head.
I gotta figure
I
out what that
don't think I'm
argument would
allowed
sound
to.
like.
No, you're not.
Yeah. It has to be something other than me.
It being Leo would be hilarious. So it's gonna be Leo.
Alright, Leo, you're trying to convince Mine to
not do it.
not do it. Yogurt, you're trying to convince Mine to do it. Go.
Now,
Well, think about how
Right.
funny it would be.
you don't need to do this. You don't need to burden your fellow companions. Think of how annoying it would be.
This is a legendary artifact
And how
that could be incorporated into our boat.
Are you
would be
implying that
so
Dante's shenanigans
frustrating.
are less annoying?
No, of course
She's
not.
addressing the angle. She's addressing the angle.
Of course not. I'm not saying that Dante wouldn't deserve it, but not everyone else does.
Don't sweet talk me like that. What
You
the
are arguing
fuck?
with the angle. I think you've made up your mind already.
We're
Mhm.
done. I'm putting it on the fucking thing. That was
Okay.
so disturbing.
The angle was the devil all along?
Alright,
Of course.
she's looking at Yogurt. Here's Dante say, I will burn the boat. And she just, well, and you all hear, because you're all standing on the boat. The shield touches a boat. I feel different. One moment, and then you will see some of the runes begin to like reorganize on the boat.
Yes. Yes.
And,
Oh no.
and
Bestie.
it's become you love the shield. It's too late. The boat says in all of your minds, I have transferred my presence. I have become one with the boat. The shield has become the boat. and here I shall protect all of you.
Your name is Minnow now.
I didn't have a name before.
Well, you have a name.
Congratulations.
You have a name.
Is the shield mundane?
The shield is now mundane.
Oh, they fuck.
Do we actually get any benefits from or to the ship, or just voices?
You just said you have a talking ship now.
You have a talking ship now.
Oh, you want to know? That could spook some people.
I'd say that seems like an incredibly potent self-defense system.
All of you begin to hear, like, separately in your head. At first, it's like, my name is Minnow. What is your name, small creature? And it's talking, and like, Panda, this is in your head.
We've already met before.
Oh, yes. You're one of the hands that has touched my shield.
Yes. Welcome
Hello,
to the boat.
fiery one. My name is Minnow.
Stop fucking talking to me. Don't ever fucking talk to me. If you fucking talk to me, you will be burned to a crisp. And I will produce flame right then and there, and I will fucking hold it up to a wall.
No, I don't think that's necessary. Why
I'm gonna
such
I'm gonna
aggression?
set the wall on fire.
I'm gonna try to stop him.
The wall does not light.
Okay, doesn't matter.
Fuck.
The wall is fireproof.
There is no need for such aggressions. We can be friends.
I'm gonna flame blade and
Can you
then
only
slash
be
at my feet.
friends with not him? Actually. Just don't talk to him.
Actually, I don't fucking have time for this. Guys,
Oh, Dante's calling
we kinda
everyone.
need to go to the other side of Mint range. Like, urgently.
Which
yes,
side
you
of
need to
Mint
find
Range are you
Sage.
talking about on the map?
Alright!
Because I got my
Sorry,
thing.
baby. I'm sorry.
The you see Mint range, you see the west
He
side.
points at the map. The western
Yes.
side.
We need to go there.
The West.
Like, right now. Like,
Mm.
instantly. Life or death. Gotta go right now.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with another
Still
drunk
have
you,
time.
so let's go.
Yeah, you don't sound so good.
Oh, well, that was easier than I thought it would be.
The
Not
boat
that
says
you
in
care
your-
about
Well, of
you.
course,
Had
we
to
care
ask.
about you.
Fuck off!
Don't. I'm going to look at the boat. I'm just gonna look somewhere at the boat, and I'm gonna say, I'm going to ask you this once. And only once. Don't talk to him.
But I want to be friends with everyone.
You can't be friends with him. He does not like people. Or talking things.
Well, good
He
thing
doesn't
I'm
really,
not a
he
person.
barely tolerates us.
I bet I could break through to it.
No, you can't.
Minnow, I don't believe it's worth your time.
It's
Trust
I
me.
am
much
Minnow,
more
what is
worth
your name?
time.
Who's Leo? Now, Minnow, some folks do not wish to be your friend. It is
I
best
want-
to be their friend by merely giving them their space.
Give him his space.
Yes.
Hmm.
Allow him to open up to you. You needn't engage him yourself. Let him engage you.
Understood. And she's like, I'm gonna give him his space. The boards kind of shift, like move Varden's feet
Oh my god, I have a
Out
fucking
of the-
casita now.
out of the captain's
This is the
quarters,
best.
and then the doors close, and Dante is in the captain's quarters. You requested that I give him his space, so I gave him a space.
I'm gonna take out one of these indestructible arrows, Jared. I'm gonna
Not
I'm gonna
Quite
stab
what
you.
I meant. What I mean is to just let him open up to you in his own time. Not
Jared, these
literally
bombs.
trap him in the
What? Where are you?
the captain's quarter.
Hey,
I'm
Jarvis,
pointing.
make him walk the plank.
No, they are jars of water.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case,
That's
I'm
good
gonna
to have.
start. I'm gonna start just untying whatever's keeping us docked.
Okay, you start untying the bits and bobs keeping you docked.
And if no one else
Understood.
I
does it,
will
I'll
look
let
at
him
Varden.
open
You
up
know
on
how to
his
get
own.
us there.
If I have directions, I can get us anywhere.
I point
Good.
at the map. There, right there, like right now.
You
We have like 12 hours left. We need to go now.
Okay.
We need to go now. Understood. And you feel the boat starts to strain against the ropes while Bandit's trying to untie them.
I's not done untying them.
And
Let
it feels
us
like I can't move
untie
yet.
them.
Well, we very quickly reduce the need for a captain.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? We're free.
We just made it so.
Who needs a
the
captain
boat-
if the ship can sail itself?
I'm sorry, Bart.
Wait,
You don't
we
need to
still
come
need
with
to
us anymore.
give the boat the light though, so that we actually have a sphere of protection.
Well, now the shield's mundane. I already put it back in my bag.
Yes. So
Oh, yeah.
you will need to still put one of the crystals onto the ship.
I guess I'll put my crystal onto the ship. So we want more light rather than less. Unless
What
we
are you
just screwed
doing,
ourselves,
baby?
that would suck.
Do you see
So
Dead
we're just
Shadow?
headed to help
I
you
guess-
find the sage. I
Yes.
suppose there's no.
We got about 12 hours to go. If
I
we
don't want to
get
be
there,
whatever giant.
then-
I'm worried that there may be things that we will lose, but.
Alright, I have finished untying the
It's fine.
lines. I am going to symbolically go behind the wheel and say, alright, Benno, you can get moving.
I see you are behind the wheel. Would you rather move Would you rather move me? She says in a
You just
tone
can
that
get-
is. She says, "Would you rather take the lead?" Then?
Oh,
If you know how to
okay,
get there
no.
without intervention, then that'd be ideal.
I mean, you could take a hold of my wheel.
I'm pretty sure the answer was very clear.
Do you need me to steer you?
No, but you seem to want to.
I was here symbolically.
Okay, and then the boat begins to move.
Alright, after the boat has started moving, I'll grab the wheel. Symbolically.
Ooh.
Don't make those noises.
Stop.
Is it only Bandit hearing that?
Yes.
Okay.
Anyone who is nearby hears Bandit talking.
Nobody's
I
up
see,
here,
I
so
see.
no.
Okay.
Yo
Good-
ho,
good enough for me.
yo ho. Plenty of rum.
Pirates life for me.
She makes a comment where she's like, "I'm sorry, I don't get a lot of physical touch these days."
Can we just keep this what platonic? I have an interesting relationship with the boat.
That you do.
Honestly, if like knowing what I know about Bandit, if it ended up becoming Bandit in the boat was a ship, it would probably be the ship that made the most sense.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you just say? I processed
That
that.
was.
Say that again.
I did not understand a word.
If it was the boat and Bandit and the ship, but it was different, then I think it would have been the ship. What?
I said knowing what I know about Bandit,
Yep.
if Bandit was to have a romantic ship with anything in this campaign,
It would be the ship.
being the boat makes the most sense.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, there we go. That makes yes.
The
I like the
ship
way
is
that was
That's-
phrased better.
right
And
now.
to be honest, I think I might agree.
Yeah, I would agree.
I agree.
Bandit
I can
having
see that.
a
With
like,
the ship.
non I don't know the right words for it, but like a non-sexual relationship with y'all's boat, where it's just like he holds the wheel and the boat's like, I like this. Would be what Bandit would want in his romantic
Is
life.
this holding hands? Is this
Yes.
allowed?
Is this allowed?
I'm sorry, I swore off holding hands before marriage.
Alright. There is no board for the Sage. It's about an 8-hour sail to go around the tip of Vengir, and as Yolgrid has put his crystal in, Yolgrid, you spend a bit of time, like 30 minutes, doing all of the calculations to figure out exactly the range. It seems that the ship is tripling the effects of your crystal. So your range
Whoa!
is 240,
Whoa!
360 around the boat.
I think I just tripled any effect that we put on it because it tripled my gun.
Um,
Can
Jared,
I
in
make
the
an
meantime-
inference that this is the ancient technology I was looking for?
I'm
No.
getting
in the
Oh, okay,
this
okay,
long
okay.
rest, all of you find
Okay.
if you go. We all. I think we
There's
just
plenty of
started the Luna.
quarters.
If y'all
I-
look, there
we
are
did hear the
plenty of
Luna.
quarters.
Mhm.
There are a total of 2, 3,
we can't
5, 9. There are 10 beds in total on the ship. So, Yondred, you find one that you feel comfortable in, and while you are resting, your figure appears in front of you. I'm not going to make everyone deafen, because at this point they know they exist, and you're going to share. You have found it. This is what I had you searching for.
The range extender.
More of a transfer device, but now you can traverse the Underdark. Did you also happen to find a key?
If that's what it is, I think I know what you're referring to. What about it? We couldn't read the runes.
We need more of
Son of
this.
a.
We need more of them. What for?
I
We don't even know what this one does.
don't have time to tell you right now. But it is of utmost importance that we get all of them, and you have them delivered to me.
Delivered? Where?
That will come later.
You keep stringing me along. I don't know enough about you.
Young Yogurt, who do you think gave you your strength?
Likely you? An everlast of some sort? Or an ascendant, as
Exactly.
some have been called?
So, you should trust me.
I trust that your power can and has been used for good.
As it will
That still
continue
doesn't
to be,
explain
as you have
anything.
made sure it has. Now, I have some things that need my immediate attendance. Ensure that that key stays in your hands. And the aberration dissipates.
Wait, come on. No more?
Aw, did your goddess blue ball you?
Jesus.
Huh?
Yeah, you can't end it with no more.
Dying, dying, dying.
Quote of the night. Quote of the night.
Lover.
Jared, during the long rest, I also am going to. First, I'm going to
Oh
figure
my
out the best
God,
way
we
to
don't
say
have
this
to
without
take-
sounding the way Jared wants me to sound. I'm going to figure out what all Minnow, the personality in the ship, is able to control on the ship.
Mm.
Fine, I'll say it. I'm going to explore Minnow.
um,
I want to
I
learn the
I see
capabilities and
you-
familiarize myself.
I see you making your way through my nooks and crannies. What is it you seek?
Oh, Jesus.
I was
I love
trying to
that.
just get a lay of the land and
Alert.
figure out what all you are capable of.
Well, I'm capable of traversing these waters for you. Is there something else you need? A glass of water, maybe?
Supposes I did need a glass of water.
There's like a moment of quietness, and then it seems that we have no barrels of water on store the ship. I can't assist you.
Well, at least you're aware of it. That's more than any non-sapient ship can do.
Non-sapient.
I want to go back up on deck, like, and move the rope, lower the mast, and
As
the
you
direction.
say that, you go onto the deck. There is a mast. There is rope on it that is supposed to be deleted. Other than the shit, I deleted the wrong thing. What is it?
Well,
What is
before
the-
we fully long rest, I want
Apples.
to meet with the original members of the party and
Mhm.
ask
Oh, wait,
if
let's see me go into
we
settings.
think Varden is need to know.
No.
Keyman.
I
don't
don't
believe
immediately would be a good idea, but we don't have much else.
I
He's
just
gonna
think
be on
we
the boat with us.
I just think we don't info dump, but we can explain things as they become relevant or as he asks about them.
That I
Why don't
will
we
do,
ask him
Bandit.
his reason for adventuring? He said that they go out and explore from the village, but not much else. Let's find that out.
Yeah, for all we know, his entire tribe clan could just be a bunch of murderers. Like going, murdering, and taking ships.
That I think not.
He didn't seem like the pirating type.
No.
They never do.
There's not much to pirate
pirate
in the darkness.
No,
There's
that's
a
not
lot of
true.
trade.
Duskwalkers are basically pirates.
Yes, but Yulgrid, you're trying to get things that are stuck in the past. I wouldn't call that piracy.
You said there's nothing to pirate. There definitely is.
Not. Do you even know what a pirate is?
Yeah.
Does
of
he?
course.
That's a good question.
Of course I do. The Drow send pirates all the time. Well, they used to. I suppose we've kind of toppled their regime.
What's your definition of a pirate, Yulgrid?
Well, they attack our boats that we use to explore the darkness and to trade with other cities that aren't just the Glimmering City.
There was no trade going on. There was no
There's
trade.
no trade, Yulgrid. There's
Okay,
no
look.
trade.
read it
Maybe
from a
it
history
isn't
book.
completely true. I did read the very popular fantasy stories.
I suppose so.
I've seen them
Yes.
when we went above ground.
In either case, I just don't think he's ever interacted with a pirate.
He's not a pirate.
They all have one eye and peg legs.
They all have
Eyes
one
don't
eye and
know.
peg legs.
I
They have a talking parrot
So-
too.
Yeah, of
Yogurts,
course.
do you
What
know
pirate wouldn't?
Yogurts, do you even know what keelhauling is?
No. Is that a type of food?
Is not something you want to experience. I just can tell you that. It's when you see it happen to two of your crew members. Yeah,
Is it
no.
tasty?
no.
Do you
it's not
IRL know what
pirate.
keel hauling is, actually?
Isn't that when they drag you by the rudders? Okay. Yeah.
They like tie you by rope to either end of the boat and they drag you under the boat.
Yeah. Okay.
And then no, they drag you long ways under the boat. Yeah. Across all of the jagged mollusks and
Barnacles.
shit that have accumulated. Barnacles, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You don't survive.
Okay.
No.
You die a
Well,
very
you
painful
could.
death.
It would be very extremely painful if you did. You'd be scarred forever.
Yes.
Okay, so at least you know in character. Or out of character, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweet. Just hope you never have to learn what it is.
Either way, I don't believe he's a pirate. We can let him in as soon as we know what his purpose is. They said they were exploring the darkness. I can't imagine they have ill intentions.
Oh, it's us.
We want to know where those crystals come from. You said they grow out of the ground.
I'm
that
assuming
would
that's
be
where most of your
interesting.
large ones came from, Gilgrid.
But they don't.
Perhaps
grow
they are,
now.
but if that's the case, I want to know how.
We
Well,
still have a lot to
obviously-
learn.
Obviously, we know that your big crystals didn't come from dragons because dragons don't actually exist.
That's not true. We saw the skeleton of one earlier.
That might have been an illusion.
Oh, I
Managina touched
smacked it.
I watched her.
Did you say you sniffed it?
No.
Smacked.
Oh, smacked it. Okay.
Now, let's go and ask Varden. Yes? Varden.
Seems like the next logical step. Barton, have you ever had a keel haul before?
What
I'm
the
sorry,
fuck?
I don't
That's
actually mean
not
that.
what the fuck.
No, in character. No, I like that in character. Actually, I think this is a good litmus test. Hold on. Let him cook. So I already know what a keelhole is.
I have to admit, I don't know what that is.
Alright, guys, I don't think he's a pirate.
I highly doubt it. Either way, Varden, you said you were out to explore the darkness. Why do so? What is the purpose that you have
Well,
got?
so for us, every 100 years or so, we have an undertaking called the Shoal Pilgrimage. We try to sail across the lightless sea through the darkness to the old city, the lost city of Lysencroft. The whole idea from the priestess that they preach that if enough of us go and return with the shoal, then we will be able to lift the darkness and return the sea to its natural beauty.
So your
I don't
goal
know
is
if
to lift the darkness.
Yes, yeah, yes. I don't particularly put too much stock in the idea of if enough of us go, then everything will be great. But we have to do something. As far as I was concerned, we were the only people left. As far as we know, before the wreck and before I came to the city and saw you, there was nothing else. It was only the Tritons.
I see.
Have you been above to the city itself?
No, never.
How long have you been down there?
Sounds like he only
Generations.
just got here.
I've only just sailed out not long ago. This is my first time leaving the island.
Well then, you stumbled into quite the place.
It seems so. I never would have dreamed of a talking ship before I left. But here we are.
Well, I wouldn't have either. That's not part of it. That's just weird.
That's just
We don't have to
all
sail.
for this party.
I did us a favor.
You did everyone a favor.
I do appreciate being able to navigate the waters without putting strenuous effort into the act of sailing. It is quite nice to just be on the water.
Fair.
Does the boat chime in on that one, Jared?
Mhm.
No. Okay.
The boat's busy talking to Bandit.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
So true.
What's the boat saying?
It's
What happened when I
talking to
asked
you-
if it can move the ropes?
It's talking to you about it's capable of moving the ropes, and it doesn't. It sees all these knots around, and it doesn't know how to reproduce them. So it's asking you to show it how to tie knots.
Okay, I'll oblige.
Okay, you're teaching the boat
Bandit
how to tie
leaves the
knots.
Is Bandit just like doing the knots while we're in the conversation?
He's off in the corner, just
Yeah, probably.
fiddling around with
Yeah.
the knots.
I'll teach the boat several kinds of
This is
knots.
irony, considering that his knot almost failed last time.
I was under a time pressure.
Leo sees him
Valid.
tying a knot and like goes ties the knot.
I'm
I was under
praying
time
that,
pressure.
I am praying the anatomy of the Mopok
Okay.
does not include a knot.
Can you shut up? Can you like shut up, man?
I don't even know what he meant by that.
I know what he meant by that, and I wish I didn't. Moving on.
My
Send me
mission is
another-
complete.
I'm sending you
Okay.
another picture.
God, I'm scared.
Do y'all have anything else you want to discuss before we move on to the next thing?
I don't think so. Not really. I mean, Leo wants to do things where he's gonna fiddle around with the key. But other than that, nothing really.
Yeah, you fiddle around with the key.
Figure out what it says and try to do things with it. Try to bend it. You know,
Doesn't
details.
bend.
No.
You can't get it to do anything. And as for what it says, I mean, you spent a long time studying the arcana of it. It seems to be an object dedicated to unlocking a magical lock.
Holy shit, the key
These
is meant for
unlock
unlocking a magical
things.
lock.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk? Key does a key thing.
Wow.
Where's the gift for that?
Okay. So I will just hold on to this then for the time being.
Okay.
I
Anybody
will have
else?
information about this shortly when I go to bed.
Sounds like nobody else, right?
No,
Oh,
nothing else from me.
Dante,
Remember that one piece of paper I saw, that one book at the Tower of Rage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and read it.
But it looks like a jumbled mess of hieroglyphs that you don't recognize.
Cool. I'm gonna stare at it.
Alright.
And if
Anyone
anyone
notice
walks
them
in my
staring at
door,
it?
if anyone notices me or anything, I'm just gonna shove it back in the hood.
Alright.
You're in like the area with everyone else.
No, this is like while we're going to the rooms.
Oh, while we're going there.
Alright.
What you're telling me is you don't get a long rest because you're just staring at the page the whole time.
No, he'll still get long rest. Although he's got like 2 HP missing, so he's fine.
No, I wasn't hit at all.
After
Yep.
8 hours of sailing,
Lucky him.
Bandit, you hear the
What
boat.
was that?
We approach land. If you wish to dock. Shall I drop the anchor?
Gonna shout, land ho! And, say, yes, you can drop the anchor.
Understood, my captain. And the anchor drops.
I'm assuming we have life rafts.
There's the big ass boat.
There's a big
We're
ass
getting
boat
to-
in the middle.
The what?
There's
Oh,
a big
yeah.
ass boat in the middle of the ship.
I'm stuck on
There's
waiting
an
OGM, I can't
points.
move around.
There's a dinghy on the boat.
Yeah, there's a
I can't
dinghy.
look around.
Holy shit, our boat has a dinghy?
You want to explore the boat, you can go to where I put it.
Where'd you put it? Where am I?
Where's you
I'm gonna put you on the boat. Hold on.
I'm trying to find where my cursor went. Oh, there we go. Okay.
Yay, boat!
I gotta go back and make.
Yeah, there we go. Big ass dinghy.
They added a new quality of life update
I'm gonna go back to the other board and make.
where if you scroll out of the water and then scroll in it, there's like little bubbles that show up.
That's always
Ooh,
been like
fun.
That's
Oh.
adorable.
Well, I don't pay attention to this shit.
My
I love it
immersion.
anyway.
that. I gotta make Varden a unique character.
Oh, he's got rip.
Oh boy, I just realized I never hit apply to board. Y'all just been listening to combat music this whole time. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I've got
That's
mine
fine.
muted.
I was
Cool.
enjoying it.
Yeah.
I wish somebody had said something. I applied it to be not combat music on my local, and I didn't send it to server.
Fine.
No, I was listening
Fine.
to combat music.
Combat music.
I need to put Barden down. There you go. Now you all can walk around and do whatever you want. All right.
How do I?
You get onto the raft and you roll it, or you take it off the edge of the ship, lower it down with some well, you know what? You get it over towards the edge of the ship, and then the ropes that are meant to lower it down kind of wrap around it, tie themselves closed, and lower it down. And it is in the water, ready to go towards the shore. As each of you
Alright.
gets off the boat and goes down the rope and into the raft, as you lower yourself into the raft and you let go of the rope, you each hear, "Goodbye. I will miss you."
Fuck
I'll
off.
miss you too.
I'll return soon enough.
See you later.
And you specifically hear, "Goodbye, Captain."
Salute away.
And you all begin rowing towards the shore.
Dante's putting extra effort into rowing.
Let's fucking row.
At this
Respect
point,
increased.
Dante, you feel it wearing off.
Yup.
Oh.
You are
Got
pushing
4 hours, guys.
4 hours remaining.
Dun dun.
And you guys get to the shore, and you're standing in a big circle of light provided by
Yogurt.
Yogurt. Oh, actually, good question. Did anyone
Oh, did we leave it?
and did you
Oh,
leave
no.
a crystal on the boat when Yogurt took his
I
off?
have my crystal. It was Yogurt's crystal we had on the
Yogurt,
I
boat.
put
did
my
you take your
crystal on
crystal
it.
with you? Okay.
I feel like I started to leave the boat and then oh shit, wait, gotta take this.
We should leave a crystal on the boat.
Okay, so you guys are at the edge of leaving the boat behind, and you see the darkness coming towards it. And as the darkness gets closer to the boat, you see the anchor come up, and it starts coming towards the shore with you guys.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, we'll go back to the boat.
Okay, you go back to the boat.
Varden also has his own crystal, right?
Nope.
No, mine
Oh,
was
okay.
lost.
Okay. Never
It
mind.
sunk with the ship.
I guess I'm putting mine on there, and we're only getting the benefit of one crystal.
You can't go off on your own anymore.
Thank you, Captain.
Yeah, we
I'm
can't
scared of
split the
dark.
party anymore.
Fucking tragic.
No splitting party.
My defining feature.
You can see how disappointed I am from my face.
You make your way to the shore, and you step off your little rowboat onto the shore, and there's just kind of swampy beach in all directions with mountain rocks that have fallen down into the swamps. Strange reeds rise out of the waters, and it seems a difficult traversal. We will now do. Dante at this point is, tells everyone. Do you tell me what you're looking for? And you're like, why? What it is exactly that the book described?
We're looking for a hut.
Okay, so that's all you get, and it is now skill challenge time.
Hut
How
of
do you find
what?
the hut? I'll
feel like-
level out. Since he didn't give much, one of your skill successes could be a persuasion check on Dante to convince him to tell you more things.
I'll go ahead and attempt that persuasion check, I suppose.
You're the only one who probably can. I'm gonna be so real.
Are you a charisma character?
Yes, I am.
Thank God.
We'll get his subclass later.
It is a 21.
21 is a success. He makes a compelling argument as to why you should tell them exactly what you're looking for.
An empty hut? I don't know what else to say
You're
here,
looking
Jerry.
for, yeah.
What is
Dante
it
goes-
made of? What
Dante
is
goes,
it?
alright.
Where?
Dante says, the book described a witch's hut that is likely made of reeds and wood, and located in a relatively dry area of the swamp, according to people's first-hand accounts. Dante, do you leave out the part that the book says that the
Yeah,
witch is likely
obviously.
Okay.
Yeah, but they don't know it's a witch.
That was part
Okay.
of.
Oh yeah, you
I
call it a
have-
sage the whole time. Yeah.
Yes,
So you
it's
guys
a
still
sage.
think it's a sage.
So it's a sage hut. Well, that would still be
Yes.
magical. I'll walk.
I want to do a
around-
thing. I want it to be investigation, but I think you're gonna tell me to make it survival. But I'll try
Okay.
anyway. I want to look. What?
Try.
I want to look around and see if I can find footprints or well-traveled paths that would head in any direction.
Mm-hmm. Make me a survival check.
I'm not good at those. Okay.
That's what survival does.
I
Mm-hmm.
thought survival's more like picking the right plants. I got a 10
No.
overall.
10 overall is a failure. You mostly find animal trails that don't give you any defining direction.
Well, mine was wasted.
Tracking is survival.
Yes,
I was
tracking
looking
is
for whatever.
Yes, looking for tracks is tracking.
I was not persuasive enough on why it should be investigation. Oh well. Who's next?
You should
You
have.
can't encroach, for game balance reasons, you can't encroach Dante's skill category.
Yeah.
So we've used 2 of our checks.
Well, one
Yeah,
success.
You already used survival.
Y'all remember when
Survival's
Don-
used.
Y'all remember
in-
when Red Cell pissed out a fire during the
Persuasion.
skill challenge?
It
Icon.
really is just whatever you make of it.
I'm actually gonna use. Is the surrounding area like foresty or has a bunch of trees and stuff in the way?
Yeah. There's trees.
I'm gonna use athletics to try to clear a path.
Alright, you start chopping through weeds and climbing trees to try to find a good vantage point. Yeah, sure. Give me athletics.
Gotta find my D20.
Man, it is cold here.
Alright,
I fucking wish.
I got a dirty 20.
30 20 is a success.
Okay.
Sight my way to this.
I want to do a nature check to figure out whether or not the area up north would be a drier area, and that's where the sage would be, because in
Drier.
the book it said
Yep.
dry
Make me a nature
area.
check.
That is a 16.
16 is a third success. That is 3 of your 6 checks, which is enough. And through Menadina's efforts, the persuasions of your new party member Garden, and Dante's nature skills, you guys come to a kind of a long. Dante, you notice that the beaches have this pattern where closer to the mountains are swamp-like, where the waters have run up or are running down from the mountains, but there are sandbars that have been deposited out towards the water. And so you're checking all these sandbars, and eventually you come across one that holds its shape surprisingly well. And you come across, as into Yogurt's sphere of influence, a hut standing on the very far edge of this.
I sprint.
bar.
I'm
Alright,
sprinting.
I'm going to.
I maintain pace.
Yeah, I want to run with him if I can.
you run with him.
Can I just like tackle him?
Okay, you tackle him.
Do I tackle
Check
him
for that?
or? Yeah.
For the sake of getting some dialogue, I'll say you tackle him. And he's focused on getting to his destination. He's not expecting you to tackle him, but he's probably gonna be pretty mad.
Leo, let go of me. Bro, I have 4 more hours. I
Do
need
you
this.
wish to
You
just
probably
run
like-
into what could be a trap?
You probably have like 2 more hours at this point.
Look, I'm running out of time.
I
I don't care if it's a
understand.
fucking trap. If I can get the fucking information, I'm gonna get the information. I don't want to deal with that shit again.
You could also just die.
You know what? At this point, I don't care. I could live. I could die. Just that.
I
the
will
influence
attempt
of
to hold
the
you-
shit wearing off on him is making him a little bit crazy.
Fair. He already is, though.
You actually seem more sane now than you have the entire campaign.
Which is
No.
terrifying. Either way, calm down.
I'm gonna try to break
Let
his
us
hold.
proceed as a group.
The unit.
Here.
I suppose it'd
I'm
be
gonna
my
try to produce
strength?
flame on Leo's armor to try and get him off of me.
Oh,
He's not wearing armor. You're just burning him
Oh yeah, I'll do
Yeah.
that then.
for reasons of not allowing PvP.
Yeah. No.
If you want to break free, you can break free. You got your dialogue. He's got his warning from Leo. If you want to run in anyways, you can run in.
I'm gonna roll him.
All right. So
Is he
you
just running into
throw
Baba Yaga?
you throw the door
You know,
open.
that'd be fucking funny.
Well, y'all think
does the
he said it
house
was a
have chicken
stage.
feet?
I
No, it does not have chicken.
Okay, then we're good.
You throw the door open and you step inside. Inside is what looks like a cozy little hut. There's a rocking chair next to a fireplace which is lit, a table set with an assortment of cheeses and vegetables, all which have maintained quite well in the dark. And a small kitchenette where someone may prepare, and then sitting kind of leaning over the fireplace is an old figure with kind of long arms and long legs and kind of thin black hair. You throw the door open, you step inside, and you hear entering without permission is usually frowned upon. But this young one not understand her use.
I could hear like none of
Yeah, I need to move my mic closer. She sits up and kind of straightens, sits up from leaning over the fire, kind of straightens her back out, and kind of waves her hand. And you guys who said you were keeping pace, no one said they were running with Dante.
I would keep up with him and would have stood at the door.
You're standing at the door closes. I'll give you a moment to try to go in with him or stay outside.
I'll go in with him.
Alright, so Leo steps
just gonna let
inside.
him
The rest
die.
of you, the door closes. The rest of you, deafen.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, I stayed in.
We'll see if I can make this a bit more understandable, but I do want to have the old hag voice, but unfortunately it doesn't translate as well online.
Just make an old man voice.
No.
No, hag. Come on now.
You're the first visitors I've had in centuries. Ever since things changed. Is that understandable? I'll just start
Yes.
there. Okay.
Yeah.
Everything
So-
ever since things changed, yeah.
She kind of walks over to the table where the food is present and there are cups present, she pours 2 cups of this liquid that was on her bubbling on her stove, and she motions to the table. Take a seat. You may not have asked to enter, but you are guests, nonetheless.
I'm terribly sorry to have allowed my friend to barge in here unannounced. Do I recognize this as a hag, or is this just look like an old lady?
Just looks like an old lady.
Okay.
Look, sorry for the intrusion, but I'm kind of a little bit on a time crunch. Are you the great sage Yuong? Yuong Nag?
Nag. Yes, that is me.
I have come to
You
look
are?
for
May I have your
information.
name?
I would not immediately.
Hmm.
My name is Daunt.
Marcus.
Is what?
Is Daunt.
Daunt.
It's a half-truth. Deception with advantage?
Deception with, yeah, you know what? Deception. Just straight deception, not with advantage.
Straight deception. A 4.
Gaunt is not your name, but being cautious is acceptable among strangers. Drink, eat. I imagine your journey was perilous.
Well, actually, I've come looking for a little bit of information, and maybe after that we can stay for a little drink and food, but kind of a little bit on a time crunch here. And, if you wouldn't mind me asking a question and you answering it first, that would be appreciated.
Of course. Well,
Do you know the Lost Heart?
an old story. A story that predates the War on Fate. If that information is what you seek, that is what I can give you. But a trade is in order.
I understand. And I look at,
Are you sure?
I look at-
that your story is what you seek, or is it what someone else seeks in your place?
it is what I seek.
Alright.
I look at, Leo.
I'm not-
And I say,
Going to say anything.
I'm sorry. But I have to do this.
I understand where you're coming from, Dom.
So, what I didn't tell you is there's a trade that must happen here. And the book that I read told me about this. And I have to go through with it.
That's
true.
entertaining. You think they're rich for your friend.
Not for my friend. But something that is dear to me, yes.
From you I ask one thing. We will make a contract. First, come here. I must inspect you.
I'm gonna leave my cloak with Leo.
Okay, you
Okay.
leave your cloak with Leo. You walk up, and this old, wrinkly hand reaches out and brushes her against your head and feels across your face. Yes. It seems you are quite a tempered soul. Someone has troubled your mind. You are not what you once were.
Good observation.
This magic is ancient, almost as old as me. Wow, quite the predicament you got yourself in. Make an insight check.
Me?
From who?
Both of you, because you're both in the room.
Okay. 19.
8.
19. 8 you don't notice, but Leo, you notice that, you notice that she seems taken aback by something. She doesn't quite express what it is. She does a good job of hiding it, but there's a tone in her voice, just a shift, that seems like something surprised her. Well, I know what I will take from you.
Pardon my interruption, but what has taken you by surprise? The magic that works on him.
Yes, in a way. The magic that works on him is surprising.
I find that truthful
Yes.
to be the thing. Okay. Quite unfortunate. Well, forgive me.
I will tell you the story of the lost heart. And I will even give you a few days of peace. I cannot prepare your mind, but I can at least dim the pain. In exchange for this service, you will mutter a single phrase. Do you accept?
I accept.
Perfect. The Lost Heart is a story of an Everlast who lost their catalyst. That Everlast died and was never reborn. They say an ancient race. You may call them the Nizzuri. Buried his catalyst in their fruitful land. Here in the Underdark, it is theorized that with the proper ritual, one could transfer the catalyst's energy and ascend to godhood. This is likely what your benefactor sees. That,
You're gonna have to send that to me because I cannot write that fast.
I have it written down.
that
Cool.
I can share it.
which you seek can be found as the story. The story is true. You will need to traverse the lightless sea and make landing in rot. But do not think your benefactor
will be as kind as I am. That is the personal gesture of my gratitude. Now, you will utter a single phrase. You will wish for my freedom.
I wish for your freedom.
Thank you. In fact, you could have freed yourself since you drank that potion.
And she disappears, and the hut collapses around y'all, and everyone else undeafen.
I saw it.
So,
So what have y'all been doing? I
Hold on,
feel
we'll get there in a
like
second.
you'll find out stuff here in a second.
We need Bandit. Alright, so you all are standing outside the hut, kind of trying the door, and when you open it, there's just a wooden wall. There's nothing there. It seems they stepped into a dimensional space that you don't have access to. And you're standing there just kind of like, Leo's gone. Dante's gone. What are we gonna do? I have no... What's
Cut my
why are we
losses.
here? And as you guys are discussing it, Mine's trying to get y'all to cut your losses and go back to the ship. The walls...
I'm not leaving. I want to see for sure that they're gone.
Oh, okay. A few
Are
after
you
like
breaking down the wood?
10, 20, 30 minutes, the walls of the hut just kind of collapse to the side, and Dante and Leo are standing in the middle of just the sandy beach amongst like a scrap of wood, and Leo's just standing there like,
Flabbergasted.
Enjoy your vacation.
I didn't think-
Much of a vacation.
Look,
More of a
look, Leo,
revelation.
I'm true to my word, and I did what. Fuck.
What's wrong?
I'm
Not
feeling really
unfortunate
good about
for
my
you, Dante, that she used
So
you
we know
as
what the lost
such.
heart is. We know what the lost heart is. I know the story. We're good
Yes.
there. Unfortunately,
A lot of things just happened.
a lot.
Care to show
Dante's
us what
waving
you
told
his hands
me-
around. Dante, as you're waving your hands around and they pass in front of your face, you realize you're holding a potion. She did probably.
No,
Okay,
that's
well,
unsafe,
first things is
You feel relief.
he made a deal
Ah,
with the sage.
Okay,
Wow,
before you
I don't-
continue, was it with your blessing or against your better
I
advice?
could say nothing, and it's not that impactful now because we didn't know that we had one.
yeah.
I'm trying to decide whether the unanimous vote on the
So-
poll is correct.
I'm not surprised.
Look,
Well,
after I get done drinking the potion and whatever the effects are, Jared, you'll have to roll for that here in a minute.
There are no
After
effects
you
from
have
this
your
one.
iPad.
You feel a moment of clarity and peace you haven't felt in years.
Let's go.
Oh my.
So,
Careful.
for the information of what the stories of the Lost Heart, which we actually have,
What is the lost heart?
we'll get to there, Yolgrid. Let me
we'll
finish.
get there.
She made me promise to do something, a pact you may. And after telling the story, she told me to wish for her freedom, and I did. And then here we stand, and she's no longer here.
Did she give you a wish
Needless to
potion?
say, no, he had a wish potion from one of those effects.
He had a wish,
Yes,
and he used it to
on her
breathe.
way out, she said,
he didn't know.
"You could have used that on yourself."
You could have freed yourself with a wish spell, yes.
So
Either way, I will give a...
here we are.
Oh, God.
We're not all perfect.
Are we better off or worse off now?
Yeah,
Well,
what
better
is-
off.
Both,
I know what
neither.
the Lost Heart is.
We do
Yeah.
know what the
Well, that-
Lost Heart is.
What is
The
the
Lost
lost?
Heart is the buried body of an Everlast's catalyst.
Oh,
The
excellent.
what now?
The buried body of an Everlast's catalyst.
Yes, I heard you the first time. What now?
I think
Yes,
I've heard of
so-
those before.
I
The
feel
Lost
like-
Heart.
Formed a ritual. One could ascend to godhood, become an Everlast themselves, place themselves amongst the pantheon.
That sounds
Man,
quite
didn't
important.
didn't someone's Yurikon do that recently?
My kind.
I said Mene.
I'm glad you have ears that work.
I didn't hear Mene. I just heard
I also
one of your
didn't
kind.
hear Mene.
I'm
Yeah.
not Moon Elf.
But
Like
she's
we're-
from Opaldum.
I work there.
There's a large
I
difference.
was a
Try
part
to
of the
erase
war.
that.
Either way,
But
So-
yes,
an
I'll say I
Everlast
did.
is dead. Their
Yes.
catalyst is here in the Underdark.
Again, correct.
I
Do we
have
know
the
which
slightest idea
Everlast?
which Everlast.
Okay.
I can
No
place my
fair.
bets
Can you now?
out of character.
So why would
Can't
the
in character.
catalyst
She-
of an Everlast
She knows
matter?
like two. She knows two Everlasts, and
I
it's
just point
Mithracian
all around us.
and Ripdoc. Hell, I don't think it's either
You're
one
saying
of
that
mine.
the catalyst of an Everlast is the darkness, is causing the darkness.
Very well could. It's
Could
a
or
god.
is are two different things.
I'm saying could. I will not say is because I am not certain.
Do we know
The
what
seer did
value
not tell us.
a dead body has?
Again,
outside?
Bandit, you could ascend to godhood.
Anyone could?
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about
Yes.
a dead one.
The power is still in the catalyst.
So this Everlast would have to be dead.
It is.
By accounts of the seer, they are dead. And it sounds as this was before the War of the Fates. Which I still haven't the slightest idea as to what that is.
The
So
War of
there's
the Fates is
likely
old,
no
Right?
Yes. There's
Likely.
likely
is.
no record of this Everlast. That I
in
have.
existence.
Yes.
No
I see.
record. Does that mean the record could have been wiped, as in one of the ones that had their pages ripped out of the
Yes.
books?
Or
Very well
demolished.
could be.
I think it's unknown.
Demolished.
In all honesty.
Very well could be. I don't know. It's not something we can know. What their domain is. Well, we know what
We know
domains they
nothing.
don't have, but we know nothing else.
So you're saying that an Everlast
Fuck.
is dead, and one of these times Yolgrid could have been praying to a dead god.
Sure,
That
it could be.
suppose it's possible.
I don't have any idea.
I suppose
As-
it could be her, and I hold up my crystal.
For all we
That would be
know.
awkward.
It could be that the aspects of the Everlast still roam. I don't have any fucking idea.
So now
This
here's
is. Fuck.
the thing.
There's
I'm
something
going to have
bothering
to
me.
turn over this information to
Yes, you
the
will.
people.
Your benefactor. Yes.
I think we should be more afraid of what they're gonna do with this information than what we
You
can
have
do
a
with it right now.
Fae attempting to get this. Sure, they are probably going to do something and attempt to use you to get to that power. I have no doubt that whoever my benefactor is also doing the same. I have no
You
doubt
are
that
the benefactor?
Yolgrid's benefactor is doing the very same.
Yolgrid has a benefactor?
He's
Do we all
talking to a bloody crystal. Of
That's
course he has a benefactor.
She
I
claims
didn't
that
know
the
you
keys
had
are
one.
important and we should collect more of them. Bring them to
Told
her.
you the darkness has spoken to me.
Yeah, but I didn't.
I have no doubt that's what their goal is. If they know of it, then yes.
What if the darkness is the Everlast?
And this fucking key is probably how to open whatever the hells is guarding them.
So
I'm
we're
sorry,
just
Mene.
playing
What did you
everyone.
say? I'm having a bit of a time.
At this
What
point, I'm
did
gonna
you
walk
say?
back over to Leo and grab my cloak back and put it back on.
What-
Put your cloak back on.
What did you say, Mene?
This is a wild and crazy idea. Do you
Yes?
think that the darkness is the Everlast itself? Yeah, not necessarily
Not the
has a soul
Everlast.
right
Would
now.
have been the catalyst. Could be. I
Mm.
don't know. If you're referring to this being the power of the Everlast, could be.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't a fucking idea.
I don't think
That could be
anyone
what
knows.
prevents us from speaking to the other Everlasts and anything like that.
None of this explains why my scythe is being
That could
weird.
explain. That could explain why you end up in bloody void when you perish. You enter their domain of nothing.
Oh yes.
Oh.
I wish
That
you
would
hadn't.
make
forgotten.
I
a lot
don't
of
know.
sense.
Did Mene's scythe ever talk to her?
No, it's not active.
No, Mene is talking.
Also, I don't think any of us know that, really.
Okay.
Sort of. I did explain it.
Did you explain it? That
I
they-
explained it
marked?
when at the church,
Okay, you did explain that it marked people, but that
Yes.
doesn't really tell us shit.
and it doesn't tell us shit, and it kind of just triggers whenever the hell it wants, and I don't have an explanation as to why.
Fair enough.
Somebody's doing it. So for all
Yeah,
we know,
clearly.
all of us have some kind of benefactor, other than maybe Bandit.
I have a question for you all. It seems we're all being pushed towards this catalyst,
I have no doubts
Everlast.
of that. Yes.
Can I get your words that, when it comes down to it, we'll decide things civilly? I don't know if your benefactor or my benefactor are on the same page, or if they want the same thing. And if I had to take a bet, I'm
They
not
don't.
a gambling man, but they don't.
I highly
They
doubt
don't.
they
There's
do.
no way.
I don't want to fight you all.
I don't want to fight you either.
Frankly, his eyes want
You
nothing to
guys
do with
annoy me enough
corpse.
already that fighting you would just be more annoying.
If that's your way of
Well,
showing love,
it's-
then I appreciate it.
Fine.
Well, geez, Mene, don't get all sappy on us. Eyes want nothing to do with the corpse of godhood.
Neither do I.
Well, the corpse of godhood is probably what's causing all of this.
Let me rephrase. Eyes do not want to become or have any interest outside of getting rid of the darkness.
Fair enough, Bandit.
Why?
Fair enough.
Something bothers me about this too. I have a benefactor, but my benefactor's been here and was taken by the drow, but we haven't seen him.
Your benefactor's been here.
My benefactor's been here. My crystal's been around for a long time. Where did Ingtar go? I know that we just sailed
That
away
we
from the
haven't
drow
the
land,
slightest idea either.
but he was taken by drow.
Oh yes, I forgot about him.
Was he?
He was not taken by drow, he was taken by consumed.
This is true.
Not drow.
I assumed they
We've
were.
already searched for him. It wasn't drow. The drow, as we have experienced, also commune with the darkness more than anything else.
Pardon, do
They...
you's got any kind of benefactor?
Was Sorry, did you address me?
Yes, he did.
Asked if you had any. Asked if
Sorry,
you had
I
any
didn't
kind of
hear-
benefactor
Yeah.
or benefactor.
I don't know if you'd call it a benefactor exactly.
Oh, good.
And I was going to pull you aside, to talk to you later, Leo. But during this shipwreck, when I was clawing my way to the sphere of light to get to safety, the darkness spoke to me, and it said to find someone named Leo.
Oh, that's
See.
awkward.
And I can only assume that that would be you.
I would assume
Us
so.
can go to this side of the light bubble if usual privacy.
We don't
I
got
saw
another
it.
one.
We don't got secrets.
Fine.
But as it sounds like you guys got the same benefactor.
I would
Based
assume
on this
so.
conversation, that is the conclusion that I am drawing.
Menez hopes your sight doesn't awaken in some capacity.
If
There's
it
too many moving
does,
parts.
if it does, it wouldn't surprise me.
At least we know her benefactors.
We know of them. We don't have any idea who they are. We still have any names. We don't have
Life and death
any-
is more than I've got for anyone else than anyone else.
I had two, technically. Sort of, but I don't know much more than that.
Either way,
You all travel back to the
this is
boats.
going to be insanity.
I
You
figure
all
we're
travel
having
back to the
conversations
boats.
while walking, yeah?
Yeah, you've been talking while walking, and the boat welcomes you all back. And it says, "Where to next?"
I need to look at the map.
Is there any reason for us to go back to the keep? I think it's probably worthwhile. But
I don't
I
particularly care for the keep. I want
well,
to go
let's
to...
say this. We don't exactly have supplies on this ship.
How
Let's
long
go
will
back
that
to the
potion
keep.
last you,
Calculate-
Dante?
I calculate that this, the supplies that were on this ship, from each of you, because the supplies that were on it were rotten, and I have thrown them overboard while waiting on your arrival, will last us about 2 days.
Is
I
that
guess
enough
it's
to
time
make
to
it
go
to what I have written onto the map is our keep.
Downworkers
and-
keep.
A little, like one of the little pieces on the map moves over to the keep and goes, "Is this where you wish to go?"
Not quite yet.
I think it's best that we go there.
Hold on. I have opinions. I'm trying to read
You
the map.
have something else you wish to view. I will say this. The seer did give us one more piece of information that I didn't say earlier, but they told us that we also needed to go to Eret,
Rat's one of
which
the places
appears
on
to
the
be
map.
on the complete
Oh,
other
fuck.
side of the map,
Yep.
in the stone. That's going to take a while.
I mean,
What we're gonna
Mm.
find there.
wouldn't our newfound friend want to go back to his village and report that one of their ships sank as well?
I mean, for all they know, he's dead.
You're not.
I have a need to return until
Varden,
I have
yeah.
accomplished my mission.
The fuck is your mission?
And
Find a
the
way to
darkness.
remove the darkness.
Okay.
I think our best
It
option-
sounds like you're staying with us.
Based
Uh,
off our pilgrimages and our old history from oral tradition, I think the best place to go would be to the capital of Lysencroft. But I have no
Lysencroft.
real way of knowing if that is truly going to be the solution.
Immediately is looking at the map. Where the fuck is Lysencroft?
I'm gonna start like moving the pieces on the on like the little flags. I'm gonna start moving them in like way more like waypoints. Like okay, we have to Lysencroft. We have to go to.
No, we need those to be there.
We already moved one of the ship. Already moved one of them.
I'm going to propose a path. I would like to
Where the
propose a
hell's?
It's
Yeah.
right in the middle.
Right in the middle.
Is
How
it?
did you miss Lysencroft?
It's the big
It's
blue
just called
region in the middle.
Lysen.
It's just called Lysen.
Oh, that's just Lysen. Yeah, that's why I'm missing it.
And then on the top left, you see the square. It says
It's
Lysen.
the regions of
I can't even read
Lysencroft,
it, which I
but-
knew this Lysencroft.
Oh, okay, fair enough. I didn't pay attention
The
to that. I
actual
just saw
city
Lysen.
seems to be missing from your map.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm.
There didn't happen to be one of the things on the Lysencroft where potentially something would be.
No.
Cool.
You all remember that Dawn's note about the people of Lysen read that they did not let her into their depths.
Nope.
Underground. They're underground.
We're underwater.
Underground or
already
underwater? Seafaring
I hope-
people.
Well, I hope
That
it's
would
not
be me.
underwater. That would suck.
You
I
did
don't
call
hold my breath
something
for
a
about 30 seconds.
When
something.
There was a damned tank of water. I'm thinking that they may be underwater, not.
Man, I can
Underground.
only hold my breath for 30 seconds. I failed that part of the Ranger Scout test 3 times.
What did you succeed on in the Ranger
Oh.
Scout test?
Everything eventually.
Was it everything eventually individually?
Yeah. Yeah.
I see. I see.
In any case, I has proposed this path. I'm gonna.
miracle you've gotten this
I'm gonna.
far.
I'm
You
gonna.
can just type it out.
We're right.
Yeah.
Or we're at Sage Unog's shore.
Yes.
I'm gonna move my
correct.
finger down just south of the House of Dawn, so we're going around the south end of this little continent. Back up through
That's-
the channel.
That's a fucking stone wall. Oh, you mean to go through the channel? Okay.
House of Dawn, and then we're gonna go back up through the channel. We can pillage for
Oh,
some resources or something for us. The boat here, here, and here. I point at Terala Mill,
Mill.
Yinlis, and Jeremy. And I'd like to dock here and make a road trip over to Jirafie. And after that, we can continue taking the channel north back to Dawnwalker's Keep.
Captain, I am unsure of my capabilities of traversing a channel.
Yes, I'm
don't think the boat's
worried
gonna
that's not.
Your boat was made for
Maps
open
of-
waters.
Yes, maps like these aren't exactly
Mm.
accurate.
Captain, I sense you desperately wish to go to this city, this village.
Yes, you sensing something.
Which one? Yerni or Yerfi?
Jirafie's mentioned, been mentioned more than once.
Were
In
we not in
relation to-
Yerfi?
No, we have not gone to Jirafie. We've gone to
we skip it?
Yerni. We
Did we
did no,
skip
we never
it?
went to Jirafie.
You were right next to Yerafie and
Oh,
walked
we
away from it.
were.
And I said I
Yeah.
wanted to go there, and we said, "No, we're going back."
Year of these
Yeah.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence check real fast. Just
fair.
because. For reasons. 6. Well, we can't go north from here because the map says there's nothing north. There's no connecting water, so we can't go north.
There is a chance that we could end up against the wall, but I think we might be able to just go north from here. We could. It seems nearly impossible to get through the mountains this way.
We could
I
dock at
understand.
this Tower of Love. I was not thrilled about going there, but that seems to be the
don't think
closest dock to
anyone
Jirafie.
It's called the Tower of Love. Oh my goodness.
There is a
is.
Tower of Love.
There is a Tower of Love.
Alright,
Or at least
let's
was.
head along.
there's one more piece of literature that I need to share with you all.
Are we gonna learn
Somebody
about?
found the Poet of Death.
Yep. I think I have that still.
Mm-hmm.
Poet of Death.
I have to
Flying
find it.
over. Tyler, that fucking message is so good.
Which one?
Will Dante make another random fact? Also feeling good about my bet right now, and it's the screenshot of
Yeah,
Clark
you didn't
going
vote.
like
You didn't even
this.
vote.
Alright,
I
a
forgot.
synopsis. According to our history, the armies of Glymarsh pushed deep into our territory during the war. They were well into our space, and we were scrambling to push them back. When they pushed us back to the Tower of Love, a poet of elven height, but without ears, emerged singing songs in a language none could understand. Not much is known of what follows, but what is known is that after the songs stopped, many dwarves and elves lay dead upon the field. The dwarves fled in retreat, and the Poet of Death disappeared.
This happened in the Tower of Love.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. The
Doesn't sound very
description of
lovely.
the Poet of Death is as follows. As you all read it, it matches Ayosha's description.
I believe that.
Oh shit.
Shouldn't be an issue for
I
us
peek
anymore.
in my hood. Fuck, man.
What else we can lay in the rest?
Well,
Jared, can you send the text in the chat as well?
yeah,
No.
Why?
no, refuse.
Why?
That's supposed to be Ayosha lore. When Ayosha was here,
It would have been Ayosha, Lord, yes.
Oh, yeah,
Ayosha
Clark,
story.
can you send me that.
Yeah, I
Oh,
can
oh.
send you that here in a sec.
Oh.
Let me grab it for
The boat
you.
speaks up. Looking at your map, I do not think it possible to traverse much further north. It was already extremely difficult fitting through the gaps between where the House of Dawn is and the stone wall on the on our west side. I am not sure if I'll be able to fit through some of the other gaps.
That's fair. I think it'd be best then we go entirely around.
Can't fit step boat.
Potentially, we could
No.
make a landing at the Tower of Love, and you could make your way to Yerafi from there, Captain.
We could do
Reactions
that
among the
on
crew.
our way back.
It wouldn't be our first
Yeesh.
tower, and I swear shit won't be our last.
This will be our
Honestly,
third.
I'm not unopposed. And
Okay, with this
also,
being our last.
no, it will surely not be.
There are numerous other towers on the map, and I'm only looking at like a third of it.
They're all there, so I'm not going to make them count. There, I think, are 12 of them.
Yup.
That's a lot of towers.
Tower defense, man. Tower defense.
They have a theme. You read all their titles.
It's the Pokemon Trials.
Oh my god, it's the Pokemon types. I can't wait to do the fairy type tower.
Okay, that's
Yo.
one stream. I'm disappointed in him.
What type
So-
of Pokemon?
Sounds like the party plans to head to the Tower of Love.
Tower of Love.
Alright, ship takes us
maybe.
to the Tower of Love.
If that's where you wish for me to go, if that is where you wish for me to go, Captain, I will go with you to the Tower of Love.
No!
I'm being shipped with a ship.
You're being shipped
You
with
are
the
being
ship.
You're being
shipped
shipped
Being
with a ship.
hard. Bro, it's crazy how far the pendulum swung from last campaign. We went from player on player to player on ship.
Player on
Yeah.
He's a real
Pick
player,
your
man.
favorite inanimate object and form a parasocial relationship with it.
Oh, let's go, dude.
We will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Take care, or don't. It's really none of my business.